We probably talked too much then, mate. Covered a lot of stuff.
Everything.
We have.
Just going to repeat it.
Right, yeah, repeating what we said. Is that all right?
Acting like we've not already said it.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Interesting you brought that up, Chris.
Yeah. I remember when half the team were puking up before they played that game in thing.
Oh, God, in the
Where was that?
bins. That was a Mathron.
Was it Sean? He lived
Sean
in this village.
and... what's his name? Notorious striker. Aaron, yeah. Brady.
Yeah.
Sean and Brady on it. But Sean that was chucking up.
Yeah, I remember walking. I was behind him when he was doing that.
In the bin at the side of the
Yeah,
looking at the pitch.
Played alright, no, didn't he?
It was brilliant, actually.
Yeah.
He was just old pro. I suppose he'd done that exact same thing a million times before.
Yeah.
Chucked up in a bin and then...
And then played. Because I think we were sat outside a coffee shop in the morning and he came around the corner. Lads! I was like, gee, he's not been to bed. He'd like been out all
He'd
night.
been out literally all night, I think he had, with Brady. In fact, Brady had not even said to his missus that he'd gone. He told us he was going to the shop.
Did you really?
And turned up that morning. He got on the bus. Says, I've just told her I've gone to the shop. Shut the door. So see you in a bit. And then he got a phone call in the afternoon, or no, when did we go on the Friday? So he got a phone call on the Saturday while I was all out around the pool. And it was Mrs. Where are you been out? Because obviously he used to go out and stay out anyway.
Yeah.
So it's a bit notorious for staying out and going missing AWOL. But then he went, I'm in Spain, dog.
Different ringtone. You can't get away with that, can you? You can't
No,
tell a porcupine.
It's like, I'm in Spain.
Oh dear, man.
See you later.
That was a good trip though, wasn't it, from abroad? I think I was really tired, and obviously going with you guys that were a lot younger.
Yeah.
I remember you didn't you and Vaughan do a press up challenge? You went out and you got back, and we all got back, because I think Ramos did say like try to be professional.
That was the first night when he tried to make out we got a training session.
Yeah, be back in for 12, and I'm sure you were doing press ups at 4 o'clock in the morning on the veranda.
Yeah, we was. Yeah, we stayed up quite a while.
Yeah, when you went back out again, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you come back and then?
I went and then
did
went
a
back out.
Proper pro story, that isn't it?
Yeah.
You snuck out.
Yeah. Come back and then went back out.
€20.
Back round the marina. Yeah.
It was good that, wasn't it?
It was.
I enjoyed it. And the game was good.
It was a good game actually. Yeah. It was. They weren't as good as I thought they were going to be actually. From all the stories, we played Barcelona. We got a trophy room and all that.
Yeah. Trophy room was.
It's basically a coffee room, mate.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. It wasn't as good as Albrook's facilities.
No, it wasn't
Really?
really. No.
It wasn't that great, was it? And that and the party in the evening. Can you remember that one?
Yeah, well, that was when Romers was trying to sign on everybody back on.
Was it?
Can you remember Kane? He played at centre.
Yeah. He played for South Norwood.
Well, he left that season, but Romers was like, next season, King, because he'd obviously heard, somebody had obviously mentioned, I think a couple of players are going to be moving on.
Right.
So I'm going to chat with him. I can remember standing at the bar. Romers was buying loads of drinks. We're getting all these drinks. We're all stood at the bar down in these drinks. Next minute, it's Paul Kane after about 4 or 5. It's all right. I want to build a team around you next year. Going to make you skip. He's just had like 5 shots of tequila.
Did you stand really close to him?
Yeah, about this far away.
I would talk to you.
Put his glasses away.
God, that's not my thing. Like, he's a really nice chap, Ramos is, but like I remember saying to his wife, Jane, he doesn't stand close to you when he talks to you. You have noticed that. And
the more he's had to drink as well.
Yeah.
Closer and closer.
Yeah, he's getting closer. And he's like there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did something that makes me cringe every time I think of it in that night. 2 things, actually. The one thing that I can say is when I asked the drummer of the band, can I go in your drums?
Band? Which band?
There was a band on. And everyone knew I was in a band. Brady kept going, get him on drums.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I do remember it.
And I hate myself for that. Remember it?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Because there were people dancing, and I was like, yeah. And I thought, what an absolute bellend.
Oh, God, yeah.
Afterwards, I look back, I didn't think bad about it.
Completely remember it now.
And Vaughan said,
was it not in the break or something like that?
Or... It was at the end.
At the end, though, was it?
And the bloke said, can you stop because you're going to break him?
You're going to break him.
Yeah. Remember that?
You're going to hit through him, yeah, I can remember.
Oh, it's horrible. And I thought, I was like, yeah, I can play a drum. And after you think, what a cock.
Wow.
It's horrible, because when you play in bands like yourself, I don't know if you get as much being a singer, but loads of times.
No, I don't talk to people. I perform.
Are you too good? Ego. People would come up to me and say, "Oh, my mate's a drummer, can never go," and I used to hate it. It happened so many times.
Yeah.
It's like 2 reasons. I didn't want him to be better than me, and it's like no.
I get loads of people coming up and wanting to sing with you all the time.
What do you say now?
Depends.
It's hard, isn't it,
You
though?
have to judge them at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
time, don't you? In terms of, is it going to cause me trouble? Is it less hassle to let them just sing half of this song
Yeah.
and then just say, nice one, cheers for that, lads. Off you pop.
Yeah.
And don't come back. And they don't sometimes. And then sometimes you think, like, you just aren't coming up, mate.
Yeah.
You got to judge it.
And we've done that. I think we let
Depends where you
one
are.
person do it, sing,
Mm,
and it was atrocious.
yeah.
And we didn't do it again. But the drums, I've let one person do it.
So,
And, it's
yeah,
like, and I did it to that bloke.
That's bigger than just
And
singing.
I
it.
knew, I was like, get off my drum kit. It's not because he was going to break it, because he wasn't going to. But it's like, just get off my drum kit.
Yeah.
And I did that, and I feel so, it's so embarrassing. Mate. I still think of it now. Whenever I see anyone from Albrook or see anyone on Facebook,
That's
it's one of
what
the-
you think about.
he had me going on drums like an absolute tit. When
Yeah.
it's like,
It's different for me because
oh,
they're not nothing to break.
so big-headed and
But
stuff.
I certainly won't be. You know, if I played any kind of instrument, I won't be giving it them. It's like goalkeeper gloves.
Yeah.
When you know, if you ever had to come off being injured or whatever it was,
Yeah.
I don't really want. In fact, I once give Niall me rubbish one.
Yeah.
I took mine with me. I'm like, you're not wearing these, are you? Because you're gonna have these ones because it doesn't matter to you anyway. You're gonna come in the goal. You're not gonna keep them nice and clean. They're gonna be mudded up to hell, and it'll take me forever to get them right again. Because you look after your gloves through the game, don't you?
Yeah.
Like constantly,
Yeah.
whether it, spitting on them, cleaning them, washing them, whatever you do, you're always doing it. Make sure that the
You were a
next
towel
time,
man, weren't you? You were a towel
Yeah,
man.
towel,
A
yeah.
blue towel on the side.
towel at the side. Yeah, I couldn't do with any kind of mud. on the
Well,
gloves.
to be fair, mud's
Hated
the
it.
worst thing. Obviously, the pitches that you played in on, particularly probably Albrook, without being
Yeah.
disrespectful to
In
Albrook.
the winter when it was really bad.
It was awful, and mud is just a killer.
Yeah.
You can't do anything with mud. It's like no latex in the world can repel mud. It's like, you're screwed. You might as well just take them off, or just use them for protection. So like the towel thing, I get, but I'd never do that.
What do you do then?
I didn't.
Don't
I
say
didn't
wipe it
like-
on your kit.
Of course I do.
Well, that's
Makes it
why
look
I
like
didn't
doing
know,
it.
Chris, because I
Yeah.
like to look. I like to look alright.
But I didn't like towels in nets. It reminded me of. Did Speroni used to do it? Someone did it. I didn't like it.
Loads of people used to do it. Didn't
No, I didn't like. I used to put. I copied Grobbler once. I used to put a glove base of a glove bag, which no one has anymore, do they?
No, that's what I was
I
saying.
used to put that in the centre of my goal. That's what Grobbler used to do.
I did like to put it in the centre sometimes because I hung mine in the centre purely because
Yes, you did. Yeah.
if somebody took a penalty and I'd got it hanging in the corner, I used to think that gave them a target, or even a one-on-one or whatever.
right, yeah.
That literally
Yeah, yeah.
then that big net is plain, and you've got to pick your own target out. You've got to, as a striker, you've got to pick your own target and put it in there. If I
Yes,
put
you
a
did, yeah.
bottle in there or a towel in the corner,
Yeah.
it's giving them something to aim at straight away. You look up and go, oh, bang, I lit that.
I have done. You know, I used to put it in the centre, and then obviously as technology advanced, I'd put my phone because I've got my phone.
You did have your phone.
I do. I have my game now.
In
I play
the, oh, wow.
in the back of my neck, but at the side of my neck, because there's two reasons for that. I don't want my phone getting knackered,
Yeah.
and again, it's like you say, I don't want anything on the inside of my post. Psychologically, I don't want that.
Mm.
But yeah, I have to admit, not to sort of fucking play Snake or anything.
It's such an easy game.
Yeah, so bored. I could have done that in the last game we played at St George's Park. I think I had one shot, and that was my own fault.
Yeah.
But
Give
what?
yourself something to
I
do.
blame I cut my knee open as well. Yeah.
Oh, and the
On the AstroTurf, yeah. That's
3G
all I
stuff.
did. Oh yeah, it's all I did all game.
They're the hard ones.
Yeah, I remember you told me a story about David
David
Seaman.
Seaman, I
being
think it's
sick.
96 or something
Yeah,
like that. one
didn't
of
have
the
out to
first
do,
games.
but concentration.
Passed out in the changing room.
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
afterwards, yeah.
I think that was from boredom though, mate. But
Yeah, it was.
concentration's important.
No, it'd been on Snake and he'd gone all dizzy.
Motion
Snake
sickness.
for 90 minutes straight.
I got top score. Oh, I feel sick now. You didn't play
Yeah.
Snake, watching that thing go on. What a game that was. Snake. Okay, well, I'm going to start now, mate. I'll edit a bit of that. Just get you sort of have a bit of a chat. But I'll put it in. I'll put everything in.
Yeah.
Qualify you. But I send it to the people first to make sure they're happy with it. If you want to edit anything out, I try. I mean, I've sort of said a few naughty words already, but I try and keep it to a minimum if possible because it goes on YouTube and I want as many people to watch it as possible.
Yeah.
So, but I don't mind. Like if you do, it's not a problem. I'm not going to.
I have to think about it.
Yeah.
It's very much naturally a swear,
Swear.
but I have to do the same
Oh, yeah.
thing at gigs. Like when kids are about lyrics in songs, I have to change constantly. Like creep, that I do creep.
Yeah.
That has to get changed, obviously. You have to look around as kids. No,
Yeah.
change it.
I think a lot of people. The thing is, you don't know about how people react to swearing because some people are really cool about it.
Yeah.
I never swear in front of someone unless they swear in front of me first.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't, 'cause I
because
think-
because
I'm
it's so
so-
natural for me to
And
swear.
I'm so shocked when some people swear. I met someone that
If it was a girl, I would be
Yeah,
in some
it
way,
wa-
like weirdly. Yeah.
and it
That
was
sounds
a
very
woman that
old-fashioned.
it does a bit, doesn't it, mate? We can get away with that. We can definitely edit that bit out.
Yeah.
Know your limits.
Yeah.
I met this woman who was doing something for my other business, and really nice, chatting away, and she just dropped like the C bomb. And I was
Oh no, that's not. That doesn't just
and
drop
I was
out.
like, it just my mind was going. My mum's in the back of me. It was like, that's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
And my mum would have mental if I
Yeah.
when I
Don't
swore,
drop that
she
one
would-
out. That
No,
don't
but I
go.
was like, that's really surprising. But then if I was offended by swearing, it'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it?
I think
Sort of
goalkeepers have got to be pretty immune to it, as
yeah.
in general.
Well,
Used to
I
shout
never
all
li-
kinds of things.
I never liked hearing. I never swore on a football pitch.
No.
Unless it was that might be a lie. I wouldn't
You
swear.
don't think you
I
are?
wouldn't swear at a referee.
No, I haven't directly swore at one, like called him whatever, or yeah. I think that's a respect that you got. I've always quite respectful into a point where if I thought something was really wrong, I would have a good big go at him, and it got less as I got older. But certainly when I was younger, I used to be
Did you
quite
get sent off?
quite aggressive.
For,
I've never been sent off.
was it a
dissent.
foul?
I've been booked.
I see you've been
quite a
sent off
few
before.
times. Yeah, that would have been a foul.
Was it?
Not for dissent. Not been sent off for dissent. I've been booked plenty of times for it.
I remember getting sent off.
I've always been right though, Chris. It's never been my fault.
I like it. Obi-Wan has taught you well. Never take responsibility, mate.
No, it's not
in
my
anything
fault.
you do.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah,
something
that's
that's
a
happened
goalkeeper.
beforehand that got to that point.
Yeah, Is there 10 more players in front of me?
Yeah, exactly,
All that
yeah.
rubbish.
Yeah.
That's nonsense, you know, really.
No, it's true.
Yeah, it's good, lad.
It's ingrained. You try and catch me out.
No, I don't have to shout at you. I never shout at you, did I?
No,
As a coach?
no, I don't think so. You weren't really a shouter as a coach
Oh,
anyway.
right.
Not in terms of shouting. That was
Yeah.
he was constructive.
Mm.
Firm but fair but constructive.
I think so. That's what I aim to be. I think I was a firm. Good.
I think so, because you pick me up on plenty of things.
Yeah.
Which is what I tend to need, because I get not lazy, but sometimes a bit overconfident. I did. Used to get a bit overconfident. Which is weird, because you always told me to be as confident as you can, and I lovely can walking around like the big I am.
That's what I told you to do.
But there's a happy medium.
Yeah.
You've got it. You can't just go around and be too.
I think who was it that said to me? Adam. What was his name? Really nice lad.
Coggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, "What have you done to Danny?" I said, "What? He's a beast. It's like he's horrible."
Yeah.
He was last time before you came. He said, "What you told him to do?" I said, "I've told him to do what he's doing. Is he playing better?" He went, "Yeah, but he's not very nice anymore."
Yeah. I
I said, after the match, he'll be fine. After the game,
Yeah.
he'll be nice.
I was a
Like,
big believer in that.
Yeah.
Even when I probably came from starting so young at men's level. Obviously, it doesn't happen now. Like I was 15, 16 when I started playing for Eastwood Reserves. So we're playing like Rasley and people like that, 32-year-old
Yeah.
great big strikers that's been playing for half their life on car fields, and all of a sudden I'm this little 15-year-old lad in goal, and they're thinking, right, having you. So first thing in the corner, before a ball had come in, you're getting elbows and stamps.
Yeah.
It learnt me loads quick.
Yeah.
But then, I'd be falling out with him at 15-year-old. You think, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know, it's like having a proper slanging match with him, and that's exactly what they wanted, obviously. And But at the end of the game, the first one to come up to your hand and shake it, and that learnt me quite quick that everything that happens on the pitch is completely separate to where you're off it.
Yeah.
Even the refs, like I said,
Yeah.
goes back to that. I could have a go at them in a game and think they've been awful, and you still got to go and shake around.
Yeah, definitely.
Not doing it on purpose, just normal, aren't they?
Yeah, but I think when you're in the heat of the game, you didn't forget that a little bit, didn't you? So I think afterwards, if you can sort of like go back to nice Danny, that's fine.
I was always pretty good at that. Maybe not with my own players when I got back if we'd lost. I used to have a good round.
Yeah,
for a
you're
good
quite
5
a-
minutes.
quite a-
I'm
yeah.
quite happy to
Yeah.
step up and say that's not good enough. But then again, as soon as we're in the pub, so maybe then afterwards a game in the changing room again is probably not far off being on the pitch for me. Everything
course
in that,
it is,
as soon as
yeah.
you're in that changing room before a game, that's the match. That's the start of the game. You're getting yourself wound up. After the game, you still got to go through what's happened in the game, and you talk about it in the pub or wherever afterwards. That's when it's completely forgotten about, and you don't worry about it anymore.
Yeah, I agree with you, mate. Yeah. I don't know if I could. Yeah, I tried to do that definitely, but I think my personality was that anyway. Especially younger. I wasn't a git. I wasn't. I'm sure other people would disagree with that. But I think that was part of me.
Yeah.
You know, it kept me on my toes and kept me focused. And when I started, I think it worked. It definitely worked for you, didn't it?
Yeah, it did
start with, and then I did another season, and I think you were starting to sort of wane your interests because you want to go singing.
Yeah, and that last season properly that I played was when everything started winding down. Didn't the whole league started being a bit like...
I mean, Jesus, I think I played in the Derbyshire Cup against Pinkston.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I doing? Like, fat dude.
And instantly, like, if I tried to do everything as properly as I possibly could, everything to my best of ability, and then other things around me weren't, that's when I was also starting to do music, and I thought, well, actually I can put more effort into that because I'm not getting really any effort back from the football at that point. Everything, it felt like I was one of the only ones that were taking it serious, and you had lads turning up that didn't really care. And
it was at its peak, wasn't it, Oldbrook, when I think I started. And then it
like when Coggy was there in that first...
That was a really good side. There's people on the bench, like Coggy, like sitting next to thinking, Christ almighty, what are you doing on bench?
We had a right squad at one point. We had a good little run in the FA Vars and stuff like that, didn't we?
That was before, I think, I got there.
But it would have been just before.
We were doing well. I mean, when I think it was Ramadan, I can't remember, Tim on it that came along.
Yeah, I liked him. I thought he was my kind of temperament. He could be firm and shouty if he needed to be, but most of the time he was pretty calm about the way he went things. A lot of people didn't get him though, I don't think.
No, I think it did go. It went south. He came on toward the tail end of the season, if I remember rightly, and then it went a bit. He started the season and it went south pretty rapidly.
I think he expected a bit too much from some of the players.
Yeah, well, he was at UEFA A, so he's going to win it.
Yeah, but I liked that. Like I say, as properly as I could do things, that's what I wanted. To be pushed, and I thought he did that. But at that level, some of them don't want that. You want to just turn up and play and.
Well, what they did there, it was a miracle, really, because they were like one of the only teams not to pay, weren't they?
Yeah, you get a free pint off Romers, that was it.
Yeah, but how they got that calibre of player in?
He used to have some quite good contacts, didn't he, in terms of getting him to play. He used to make YouTube videos for him and highlights and stuff like that. Yeah. He said, I'll move you on to this place, and Belper Town were quite close to him. So he knew loads of people around, so he could sort of get you that next step. He was good at that. He was good at selling things like that.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he, really? Yeah.
And everybody knew he was good to play for anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed that, particularly the first season and the Spain trip. And I remember when you said, I think we had a season after that, then we had another season, and you'd lost interest, and you said, you know, you were saying to me, I don't feel like this anymore, or something like that. And I was like, I ain't going to be here much longer. Because it kept trying to get...
It wasn't far off that, mate.
Yeah, they kept trying to get... so I think I left after that. I just sort of vanished. I can't remember where I went now. I couldn't... you were out, or someone was, or Dodsey was. And they wanted me to play. Bombers wanted to play. And I had to take some medication to thin my blood. I said, I can't risk it, mate.
No.
Because if I'd have played there and got a cut or anything, I'd have been knackered.
Yeah.
So I thought, yeah, I'm sorry. And in the back of my mind, it's kind of like, I don't really want it anyway.
No.
I can't do it anymore. And it just didn't feel the same, did it?
No.
And I think everything changed. I think Ramos tried his best to keep hold of it. But
he knew when it was.
I think he knew
himself as well, because he went as well.
Yeah.
Everybody went at the same time when we knew it was sort of waning off. That was it.
Wardy did all right, didn't he? Though, to be fair.
Wardy was all right. Yeah, he was the back end of it again. Once where he'd got a few players in, and this and that was happening. Can you remember that guy that came in? That was supposedly going to be taking us to like St George's and give us new boots and all this.
Do you know him?
We had all meetings about it with the parents and everything.
I wasn't there then for a bit, and Ramos phoned me and said, "Will you come back? Because we've got something big on the horizon.
Yeah.
St George's Park, but don't tell anyone." I was like, "Oh wow, that's amazing." And they sent me the pictures, and I remember there was a group what they said, "What gloves you gonna have? No, what boots you gonna have, Danny?"
Yeah.
And it was like these, was it high heels and some horrible Rummers' jacket and all that.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
dead excited, and then the first train session got cancelled.
Because it was waterlogged or something.
Yeah, and I think I'd been there before. I might have done. Did you play them games before that? Or was it after the Derby Forest ones? Was it? I think it was after.
It must have been after.
I think it was after.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Rummers is saying, and it was Noel, wasn't it? I don't matter about naming names. They don't want to come and get us, are they?
Well, isn't that what Noel did? He was like a debt collector or something.
He might
He'll
get me.
you.
Yeah. Come on, Noel. Let's have it.
Dare you?
No. I've got two stuff. Well, one stuff about Noel. I'll come back to this. He said, "Oh, I've got a puncture in my car. I get a puncture in my wheel again." And I think it was Ages said, "You're just a crap driver." I said, I saw you. You hit the curb twice here, and he popped both his tyres in the curb, but said he'd got a puncture.
Oh,
Completely knackered his car. But he's a really nice dude, wasn't he?
Oh, bless
He's
him.
a
I love
real,
Noel, yeah.
Noel was a really nice chap.
I saw him not long ago, actually.
Is it?
He gave me a free pint.
Is it?
He's at
Oldbrook,
Oldbrook,
St
the
Michael.
other one, St Michael.
Yeah.
The other one. They're in that other one, isn't he? It's only Oldbrook's.
I know the manager. I played football with him on a Tuesday. Yeah, he's a nice chap. Good player.
Yeah, I went.
So I said I'd go and watch him. I'd like to go and watch.
I went to watch him play each other
Did you?
last year.
Are they back? They're playing again soon, aren't they?
Yeah, they have like a cup, and it's like Derby Forest now. They've got like a little.
Oh, they hammered him, didn't they?
Because I think somebody died. I think at Holbrook St Michael's. I think it was. So they have like a memorial cup for him. At the same time, they're having these cup and league games. Mightn't be in the same league now. I don't know.
They are. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That's how much the leagues have gone.
I know it's like they're
It's
playing.
not, and again, not disrespecting it, but it was never. It
Oh,
was
God,
always
no,
Holbrook
yeah.
Sports was the
Yeah.
team of old.
I don't know the full backstory of that. How they went down so many leagues. Holbrook.
I think that
Sports.
because they were folding.
Were they?
That was
Oh,
it.
'cause
As soon as
Rommers pulled
Rommers
out.
and Vaughan said, "Look, we're done," and they notified the league, and then
Did they really?
dropped out of the
What
league.
was it? Do you know the reason why?
I think just because Rommers and Vaughan didn't want to do it anymore.
Right.
Probably for the same reasons we've already said. Like everything seemed like it was winding down, didn't it?
Yeah.
So they just sort of got out of that.
Was it all
time.
that changing room stuff?
Well, that was that last season, wasn't it?
Because
This
they
is
got
going
so
built, this is
far,
getting
yeah.
built, and they were waiting for
But they got
different
doing a load of
funds.
work points that, absolute tons of work.
Yeah, no,
And
yeah.
so maybe that sort of popped them.
Yeah.
But it was a final straw or whatever.
But then Troopy took over sort of last minute, I think, and they said, "All right, well, I think they had like a meeting and notified all the board we're going to have to pull out. We're not going to team, we're not going to run." But they offered it to Troopy there and then and says, "Look, we've got this much in the kitty. If you want it, club's yours as chairman," because that was it. They were done with it. So Troopy took it on in that week and took on being chairman. Got all the players in, everything as far as I know, and then sort of has done it since
I
then.
only going to see him because the Trooper's really a top bloke, isn't he?
Yeah, he's one of them that do any.
It's actually
anything for
nicer
anybody.
than what he comes across sometimes. When you see him on
It's
the
because he's
front
so
line.
busy. That's why.
I don't think that's him. Do you see him and go?
He's the nicest
I
person in the
think
world.
that's him just copying Rommers.
Yeah,
But
but
he
he's,
is- do you
he's
think
so
he is?
busy though. That's
Yeah.
why I think
Is
it
he?
is. I think he's got like stressed with it almost. Cause he's when he started off as physio,
Yeah,
now the man is chairman and was first team manager at the time as well.
was he?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
he
yeah.
took on everything. He had nothing. No players.
He's done really well, hasn't he? And he's a really nice
Here's the
chap,
keys
they
to the
say.
place, and off you go. So that's why they dropped down, because obviously they pulled out of that league. But so had everybody, because even Hena came down a league again. Everything got restructured.
Yeah, yeah.
So Hena's only a league above us. Well, I say us, don't play for them anymore. Above Holbrook now, I think. But they are in what the equivalent of what we were in.
Okay.
So everything's moved right down.
Yeah, it has, hasn't it? I think I've been to a few games and I think, "Go on, this
Yeah,
way."
the standards certainly.
Yeah, I mean,
moved right down.
when you were playing, I was like, "Oh, this is it half decent."
Yeah,
standard.
yeah.
It's still a bit kick and rush, which you expect.
Mm.
The pitches didn't do much to, didn't help at all. But then I went to watch one this season. I was like, "My God, I could play in this."
Yeah,
I was convinced I could play in it.
I used to think
Even
I
like-
could play like outfield.
I think you could, you know.
I did,
yeah.
in fact. At
Did
the
you?
end, at the end, I played right back.
But then when I played in that Derbyshire Cup game, and I used to do warm-ups with them and in like little messages about games, it's like, not when you're a good side.
Yeah,
There's some
yeah.
good players in there that probably could have played non-league.
Well, even like the
so
reserves
it's-
was good. We had
Yeah,
some
yeah.
reserves.
Yeah.
You had like Dom,
Yeah,
Noel's lad, and he was
AJ,
good. He was a good
he's
player, but
played, hasn't he?
they're now what? Well, AJ used to play for the first team anyway.
But he played with reserves
He
as well.
started in reserves, but we had a good reserve team.
Yeah.
But now that is basically the
Um,
standard of
Jamie
the first
Shelton.
team. Yes, Jim Shotto just never fulfilled what he could have been.
Good player. He took my goal
He
kicks.
was a
and I played
good,
in
he was a
the-
good player, but he didn't know where,
Play for reserves.
where he was best to play. It's one of them players like
Who else was?
Just a
Oh, no, I
good
played in
footballer.
that. Jinxie played in one game.
Jinxie.
Jinx.
He was good, you know.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
I got he
Found women and beer.
He was good laughing went to Spain.
He was, yeah.
I like
sad.
Jinxie.
He's technically
He
really
actually sent me-
skillful and good player.
Completely accidentally emailed me through work. Not accidentally, but like he actually said, "Oh, she's just Jinxie." He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh wow," because there's quite many Thomas Jinxes knocking about. But yeah, he's in the same sort of field as my other job. So I was like, "Wow, how you doing?"
That's funny. Can you remember Nadine?
Yeah.
No, he messaged me yesterday.
Did
Yeah, that's weird. Because I've got a gig near, where is it, White Swan or something, Spondon way.
he? Right.
Which I didn't know was anything near him, alright. But he messaged me, "Oh, you got a gig near mine. We're a stab best." I was like, oh man.
Oh, wicked. There's a lot of good folks, isn't there? And people like I went about Endo earlier, who I think got the rough end of the stick. I think
It was
they- I
just
think
Rommers
they-
every
Rommers
now and
and
again
Ward
had
Wardy offered him out,
certain players that he'd like to,
and one of them was
go
Endo,
out.
wasn't it?
and one of them was Dodsey, as in left back Dodsey.
Yes, he did. Dodgy was a good player as
He
well.
was a good player,
Yeah.
mate, but he used to call it about his crosses going into the sky and coming down with snow.
Yeah, he gave Dodgy a load of shit.
Yeah,
But
he's
I,
one of
when I
them.
played that game, Dodgy was one of the best. When you don't realise until you play with someone.
Yeah,
better.
he was a good
Niall
player.
was like
I'm Niles.
yeah, something else.
Ridiculous.
And
yeah.
Dodgy as well. And to be fair, Drake played in that game.
Yeah, Drakey
And he
was
had a good
steady.
game, yeah.
Drakey was steady, yeah.
He used to get Drakey some shit and all.
Yeah, Drakey again was. He picked on certain players,
Yeah.
whether it was their fault or not, and would take it out on them. Because when I first signed for Albert with Rommers, God, he used to go ballistic at everybody. He was such an
Yeah.
angry man. The angriest man on the touchline I've ever known.
When
I've had some
yeah.
angry managers that he were different
Yeah,
level.
wasn't he?
For one season, the very first season,
Yeah.
which is weirdly when we was probably like really
Mm.
good, and then the FA was, but with nothing to do with how angry he was. And then I don't know if Jane like had a word with him like, "Rommers, this will be
Yeah.
the death of you if you don't if you don't calm down." And all of a sudden it were the next season it was. It
Yeah,
just
when I
out.
first started, I remember saying to him after the game, because I think he might have lost the first game, because him and the chairman or whatever he was at the end watched my first warm up with you.
Yeah.
Because Brady phoned me and said, "Will you come down?" I said, "Go on then, give it a go." And he watched me do the warm up, and I said to him like, what I'd like from a manager is don't shout at your goalkeeper because it's counterproductive. And he never said a word in that game. Can you remember that? I don't remember it. When I was the first game I was there, I was in the dugout. So I thought, am I in the dugout? Should I be? A bit like I'd like to be invited.
Yeah,
before I
yeah,
don't want to sort
yeah.
of sit down and think. I'm not like a.
Here I
blasé.
am.
Yeah, like, probably Brady would do, but like.
Oh yeah.
I'd have to sort of like, "Are you sure it's all right?"
Yeah.
Bit like that. It's a little bit of respect. And he was sat. And I remember saying to him after, like, it's really nice to see a manager just let their team play. I got him so wrong, didn't I?
Yeah, you
I got
did.
him, and then like, next week, it's like, oh, shit,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like it made me jump. I was like, where the hell's that come from? Then as it was going down, because I never used to respond well to that, I would either give it back, and when I played in that game, all I could hear was his voice, and he'd say move it quicker, and I get it him back in the game.
Yeah.
I could hear your voice a little bit, and Vaughan's, but his, and I used to give him back. So I wouldn't stand up for that. So
No.
I didn't like it, but it worked for him.
Yeah.
I don't think he was such a nice bloke.
He
It's hard
definitely
to
did
be
change as it
critical of
went on.
He did, I kept saying to him, like, just try one game without getting so excited. And he did, and you were shit.
Oh, it's
And they
from
said-
Liverpool, isn't it? That's what
Yeah,
they're all like.
I used to scrap to opposition players once, I remember. And he apologised to him. But it's a really nice chap. And
It
I'm
was
not
amazing.
being negative about him in the
Amazing, yeah.
slightest, because I really did like
No, I
him.
loved it.
But yeah, that was really surprising. And trying to get him to calm down.
You know what though?
But it
Funny
didn't
that
work. I said-
Vaughan's angrier than him.
See, Vaughan never bothered me.
He's so
That
angry
way.
though, and Vaughan was often wrong.
Yeah, he was.
Like he would have a go at like the ref when he was completely in the wrong. But as in Vaughan's mind, that was it. Like he would lose his head.
Wardy was very angry. I remember when he offered out Ender.
Yeah, he would. Yeah,
So in the car park.
some weird times, Wardy, because most of the time I still get on with Wardy now. He still messages me every now and
Yeah, I
then.
get make phone calls.
Probably trying to get me to sign up with air ambulance and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely won't be with anything else. It'll be something that either, yeah.
But I used to like him.
As a character.
as a character. But he did used to talk sense, and he was good at knowing what level certain players were at, getting you to do what you're good at, not expecting more from them than.
He doesn't know
maybe
his
what he could
football.
do.
He's just a bit.
He'd want the best at actually putting it across without. Yeah.
It was
Some people he really offended, and so, but that's being part of a manager and a coach. You've got to know how to talk to different people. You can't just do one team talk for everybody, can you?
No.
And I think he was a bit like that, and so was Roberts.
Yeah.
Apart from if you just pick on that one person,
if you were Endo or
you do a team talk and then say,
Drakey.
"And you, Drakey."
I just felt sorry for Drake. He wasn't as bad as everyone said.
He was steady. He was all right.
And Doddsy in particular, because Doddsy was a good player.
Yeah.
And Endo was a decent striker, just sometimes couldn't finish. But
Doddsy just did the odd
powerful.
silly thing, but as soon as he did that odd silly thing, Romers would be on him. That was it. Forget
it's
about all the
fullbacks,
rest
isn't
of the stuff that he'd done really well. Yeah.
But I noticed with him, I might cut this bit out. He never had a go at Corey.
Oh no. Well, that's
Did
what I
he?
mean. That's what sometimes Harry got the best players when we was on about that earlier. I suppose it's man management to a point though, because he knew that he couldn't have a go at certain players. Corey would have just gone somewhere else. He's been to a million clubs anyway.
Yeah.
So he'd happily just go, "Nah, not here for that, see you in a bit." Same with Palmer, who come from Belper.
Yeah.
Again, best of mates with him. He had millions and millions of chances. Same with Isaac, millions and millions of chances.
That rings a bell. Oh God, yeah.
So, but again, they were the type of players that were probably too good for us. If on the best days, they were too good for us. But that was why they was with us, because the best days were few and far between. They were amazing, but only for like every other game.
Yeah.
So inconsistent, and then the next level up, you've got to be a bit more consistent, haven't
Yeah, I'll go with Isaac. If he could be asked,
you? Exactly.
he'd have gone up 2
Depended
levels.
what he thought.
Did he go to Belper Town?
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
all of them. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
Which is
all
like
of
a
them.
decent standard, and he just couldn't cook the mustard or something. Because
You can't. You've got to start taking it a bit more seriously. The more you go up, then the more you've got to put in.
Yeah, you
as
can't
well.
sort of toss it off, can you?
No.
You get found out. And to be fair, when you see someone like Isaac, who he's really good, and then you put him in again, just going up a couple of levels, how good must they be?
Yeah.
Then you go up another couple of levels, how good must pros be?
Yeah. I've
it's
probably told you this
unbelievable.
story before, but Rory Delap,
Yeah.
when I saw him down at where did we used to train on them fields?
Duffield.
Duffield, whatever they were called. And we were doing pre-season there, and this must have been towards the end of Rory Delap's career. And he was there with his 2 kids, and he just got some poles set up in the ground, like 6 or 7 poles in a line, and he was just running through them. And my God, he looked like Ronaldo. Honestly, this is Rory Delap.
Yeah.
You know, like he looks so slow on the. You gotta
Yeah.
watch him on telly, like compared to everybody else. He looked rapid.
Yeah.
He would have run rings around us, and we got some like who we thought were whippets and dead fast and dead fit. Roy Delap's there with his kids messing about between these poles, doing his own little pre-season or whatever it was. Absolutely unreal.
You think like something like it's like this dad's really good, super skillful, and you see say like someone like Roy Delap or anyone like that can just like trap anything like 5-pence piece or whatever.
Yeah.
And I played with Mark Edworthy in
Yeah.
Prop, and he was like Maradona. Literally give it ball, and he was on the pitch in 5 seconds, and then it was back end like, "Give it ball, mate." I was like, "You're Mark Edworthy, you left back, or right back," and it's like he was took the absolute Mickey,
It's
and
mad,
it's
isn't
like,
it? You think
Ah,
what
good.
that next?
yeah,
your
what that
mates
next
must be.
level, yeah, like, Jesus. But having sort of seen some training sessions, some pro training sessions, some of the stuff they do is like. But then some of the stuff you think actually you're not that good.
Yeah.
But then I think a lot of it's like genetics and physicality. But there's some of the goalkeeping stuff I've seen is like, Christ Almighty, how are you getting there?
Yeah.
Like I did a video thing with Jordan, and I had to serve for him. And I was like, oh shit! They were chucking balls in top corner, and it was like, I didn't know you could leap that far, mate.
Yeah.
And pushing stuff away with his hand that was going like nearly halfway line. And you think, it's unreal. It is unreal. And then you think like another step above him.
Yeah.
Like the top keepers and then the internationals
It's mad,
keepers.
isn't it?
Like it's insane what they can do. But yeah, it's we are proper digressed, haven't we, to old books. I have to send this to Troop. He'd be like edit it on his phone and go, I'll do a special video.
There'll be an Oasis track over the background of it.
Danny Gray, that was a proper one for you, wasn't it? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I can remember it.
That was he came the second season.
It's still on there, mate. I'll show it to everybody.
He phoned me to go back to Roma's Bollockins. He phoned me and goes, Roma's just shouted at me. So what? I said, yeah, are you being serious? I said, probably, yeah. Because he missed some first aid course.
Oh, right,
One of the sessions, and because then he phoned Vaughan. This is being serious. Probably, yeah.
Oh, bless.
Proper roasting you. I was like, yeah, it's a bit surprising, isn't it, when it first happens. But yeah, he got proper bollocked by him, and then he got some rough shit off Rollins as well.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. When I found out Troop was manager, was going to be chairman, I was like, oh, well done, mate. Because he's a nice chap, isn't he?
He loves it as well.
Good.
That's the thing.
Good,
he loves football.
I think he's such a nice chap, though. I don't think that sweary Troop.
No, yeah, he's not like that.
I'll tell him off when I see him about.
I tell you why Troopy. What's he been like? He's been physio, manager, chairman.
Yeah.
You know what that says to me?
Crap at football.
Exactly.
Yeah. You don't even know what it's about. You don't know offside. Troopy is shit.
You're 30-year-old and you're chairman.
Yeah. I used to like that stuff. With that old, what's his name? It was a chairman. It was good, and it was like the emperor. But it was like the hierarchy, a proper committee, and everyone's like, the chairman's here, Mr. Chairman. It was like, I like that.
Yeah.
And after I first started playing was at Old Books, I went back, all my memories came back from being 7. Like the building was there, the pitch is still shit. Everything was still there, and it was quite a nice nostalgic feel. And I say, it's sort of just
wore off after 2 days.
Yeah, it's like, he shouts.
Yeah.
He's a lunatic.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Right, mate. I'm not going to bother going to the intro because I think we've talked for 36 minutes, which is
that it?
Long interview. Usually lasts about 30 minutes, but yeah, that was a nice chat. We'll start this then, pal, and then I'll not bother editing it, and then we'll send some to Troop and see what he thinks. He's probably going, I am like that.
Yeah.
It's probably rock hard. I'm going to keep my head in now.
Yeah. I've not seen this new side of him.
No. You're a nice man, Troop. Stay nice. don't beat me up if you can. I don't know if you can or not, can you? He knows that bloke who does UFC, so maybe get him to beat me on.
He lives in Cotton. He's going to be handy, isn't he?
I will get Ramos to shout at him.
Yeah, he's from Liverpool.
He'll shit his pants, won't it? Ramos is coming back for the truth. That'd be nice. Okay, right, so basically we're going to say, where did you start playing, as in position, and what club?
Always played in goal.
I've got this right, mate. When I first did this, right, I might interrupt you too many times, but I said no one starts in goal. But everyone since then said start in goal.
Yeah, always.
So I've got that wrong.
Yeah, my earliest memories of starting in goal are going to watch Derby on a Saturday afternoon. Russell Holt.
Okay.
Going with full kit, green Puma top, black shorts, white and black socks.
Impact?
No, because I started at, I would have been about 4 or 5 probably. And then I learnt to dive on concrete. On the end of my drive, I'd got 2 like posts. Right. And on the opposite side of the street, there were 2 posts. Not great big mansion posts. These are normal asses.
Yeah.
But so like literally, you got the pavement road and pavement, and they were bang opposite each other. So we used to just play across there like that. It was amazing.
That sounds wicked.
I learnt to play and dive in shorts as a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
At about 4 or 5. By the time I was 10, I chipped all bones in my knees. So
that hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah, like so. Every now and again, I'd bang my knee, and for 2 weeks, it was gone. I could like limping about. But that's my earliest memories of playing. Is always in goal.
See, diving on concrete sounds mental, doesn't it now?
But you know what? It's taught me to get my elbows out of the way, and I didn't even know I do. I didn't ever have any coaching at that point. But I never had to worry about that.
Never hurt, did it?
No, I learned. You dive on there. Yeah. That was what I used to do. Just come and get rashes of stones up my leg there, but that was all right.
We used to do a garage, put the garage up. So
I've done that as well.
Perfect goal. Yeah. Brilliant. I used to love that. I like things to feel right.
Yeah.
To look right.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah. The mates to play on a rugby pitch, play football, and I was like, I can't play this.
Too high.
Get me a garage.
Yeah.
And I used to dive on the concrete, and they say you learn to dive properly, otherwise you're going to break some bones.
I didn't realise I was learning stuff that really helped me later on.
But then when you're like 4 or 5, I don't think anything, unless
concrete's
like you just bounce off it.
Yeah. I think I could still do it. I did at
I
school.
think I
When
could
I was
put-
like 15, I could still do it like then.
Well,
So,
five-a-side is back then, before 3G came out,
Yeah,
was
yeah.
just a wooden floor, wasn't it?
on the wooden floor
I played that
basketball
all
courts.
the time. I
Yeah,
dive around on that all the time.
yeah,
I reckon I could do that. I think concrete, with my weight,
yeah. I might be exaggerating.
I
that.
might hurt myself.
I'm not 15 anymore.
No. Going a bit on here, mate. So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
still do
I've
it,
got to
yeah.
make his hips come out. And his legs pointed the wrong way.
He's got a
Oh,
pair of
yes,
glue clothes on.
Oxygen. Yeah, I can't do it anymore. No, don't do it, mate. We'll go, unless you want to have a go. We can put garage door up in a bit. We'll have a dive
sorry.
around if you like. But I used to be able to do that. But then again, with the chipped knee, I remember coaching you actually, and I said, it might not have been you, it might have been Fred. And I said, I can't do it on here because there's bits of clay. I just put my knee on it, and it were bits of bone in my knee.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
What I'd done when I did my knee playing at the charity game, I keep mentioning it, sound like Cole Froch. Yeah, but I saved a penalty that's Trent.
Yeah, where was you at?
Yeah. There was probably 90 people.
Yeah.
Not 90,000. But I didn't realise I'd fractured my knee slightly and torn my meniscus.
Slightly fractured it.
It was a very slight fracture, but
You either have
that's
or you haven't.
heroic. No, it was fractured.
Yeah.
But there's a fracture, like, that was a proper break.
Yeah,
But you could say, I broke my finger, but it could be a teeny.
yeah.
Well, that wasn't a big break. It was a fracture, the same thing, to be fair. But the meniscus was torn as well, and I didn't feel it till the day after. My God, that really came. But when they X-rayed it and did MRI on it, there's all bones floating around your knee, which is what you said. Yeah, I knelt down. I genuinely thought there was glass in the pitch. Have you had that before? Does it feel like that to you?
It probably was glass on the pitches when I was growing
Horrible.
up.
It might have been clay.
Yeah.
Why have I got this clay? I'll never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone said there might have been clay in
No,
that.
there probably was Lambrini bottles in the goal
Do you know
box.
where? No, it was where the ties were. There.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and someone said there was clay or something in there, and I was like, I can't train on this because there's something in the ground. I felt it go in my knee, and it won. I found out like I think it was 3 years ago when I did it. That no, I've got bits of bone floating in my kneecap from probably what you were saying, diving on concrete.
Yeah.
So probably not the best advice, mate. To be
No, it's not.
but yeah, it shows what you can do now. I think that looking at that shirt with padded elbows and padded shorts,
Yeah,
they were
God.
all the rage, weren't they?
Yeah, everything had that.
But
On the shorts, everything.
I've got some shorts that I've got them in because
You almost look like a Lego man because
But,
everything
mate.
was so square.
Yeah.
It was 80s padded on the shoulder.
Yeah, what's
shoulders.
all that about? Yeah, I'm going out with like
What am I going to land on?
yeah, Joan Collins.
Yeah.
I get some padded on my shoulders.
Multicoloured.
But I've seen ones from manufacturers that do in the stomach area, which but that's not going to do anything, is it? To be honest,
No, they
it's
didn't-
going to
they
do a
didn't.
little bit, but
It might
not
be a
lot.
psychological thing, which a lot of goalkeepers
Yeah.
rely on psychological things, don't they, Chris?
Yeah,
As
they
you
do.
know.
Yeah,
It's in your head.
it is, mate.
As long as it's
Yeah.
there,
Yeah, absolutely.
there's a purpose.
The concrete thing, dive on concrete, insane, mate. But I did it as well.
That's why we're goalkeepers, I suppose.
That's why you've got bad knees,
That's why I've got
and
bad
I've
knees.
got a bad knee, both bad knees, bad hands, bad elbows.
I was fairly lucky with injuries.
I was
until the end.
Yeah, I didn't think you asked me to. I could dive on concrete and do anything.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, I broke my finger from
Yeah.
doing nothing. Or
My,
like, oh,
my
elbow's
elbow
gone.
hyperextended my elbow in
wow.
in one of the last seasons I played. So I punched it, and he So I did get there then. I punched it away, and he headbutted my
Wow.
arm literally there, and I can't do it now. But that still creaks, and
Is it?
yeah, I should have got that sorted. It's still not sorted, but that's 4 years ago.
You just get on with it, don't you?
Yeah.
If I was like which I'm definitely not a pro, I'd be like a bionic man.
Yeah.
I really, I've just
Well, I
got to
suppose
get
they'd
on
sort
with
you
it.
out, though, wouldn't
Yeah,
they?
of course
They
they would.
wouldn't,
Like,
let, they wouldn't
tore
let
me-
you just get on with it.
Well, I played years and years and years with a great big hole in my thigh. I can remember I said about goal kicks.
Oh, yeah.
Because I tore that, and it was it was the physio before Troop, short little dude. He came in for a bit, and he used to do training.
I
They're
can remember
coaching.
Shreya.
Was that his name?
No, that was the girl.
No, there was short dude, fuzzy hair.
Not Jacko. Not Jacko.
Oh god, I wouldn't let him touch my leg. Or any of my family. He came for a bit. Andy, maybe he did a session with, and he said he gave me this thing to roll on it.
Oh,
He said, oh,
yeah. I think
Come
I
on.
do. I think I
And he
do.
said, oh,
remember
yeah,
it,
you've knackered you.
He wasn't there for long, was he?
But no one knew what I'd done. But I'd done that.
Didn't you absolutely
Nice.
brutalise everybody? Like we all had these different sports massages offers.
Oh,
we were all screaming.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
one. We were all sat in the away
Yeah.
changing room waiting
Yeah.
for. He was in the home
He
ward,
did that on that, and I was like,
and people were screaming.
it was horrendous. And I
Yeah.
said, that's not going to do anything. He said, oh yeah, sorry, it's not, because you've tore your whatever it is,
Just did that for fun.
and you've left it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know I've left it. I remember doing it. I was taking a goal kick, and he went, yeah, but try rolling things on it, and it does
Tennis
it.
ball
But
and
if it moves my muscle in it, it's so weird, and it just feels uncomfortable. So I think it doesn't matter. It's up here, no one can see it. There's a great big dent in it. I just can't take goal kicks.
Oh,
Hey ho. Interesting, mate. Reason to play in goal. Do we cover that or not?
reason to play in goal. It's
That
probably
the
just
thing
'cause
is,
I think naturally just the first person I took interest in when I went to watch football or watch football was the most exciting one. It's probably
Okay.
selfish reasons really because there was this, like they're either the star of the show. It
Yeah.
must. I can't remember
Must
what
have a
game
good
it
game.
was. Can't remember my first ever game.
But does it
But it-
sort of stand out? There's different kit and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you know me. Like
Yeah.
I like a little bit different.
Yeah.
So that was probably what stuck out to me, and it was definitely because I wanted to get muddy as well.
Yeah.
At the time, I was happy to jump in a puddle and get dead muddy.
Yeah.
And feel the wrath of my mother when I got home and ridiculously mudded up clothes. And a lot of my mates didn't want to do that. They probably had scarier mums than me. So
Do you
they told
still
me
think that? I still get that bath water as dirty as possible. It's like that.
Oh yeah.
But the smell of grass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I used to like that.
So I didn't play on grass for ages, and then when I came back to do sort of coaching with you, the smell, I was like, oh, grass. I love that.
You know what I
smell.
really like when you went in the bath and it was dried on your leg and you used to
Yeah,
crack. You used to love that.
But it hurts when you get a bit older, isn't it? Though, when you got
Yeah,
hair on your
you're
legs,
picking
that,
it off. That one's nice.
That hurts. That does.
Yeah.
But yeah, the smell of that is like, I really
Yeah.
like that smell.
I didn't like hot takes though.
Oh God, no! Yeah, hot takes. Yeah. I don't have that for years.
I
hot
can remember the
takes.
first time I ever had it. Like, what's happening to me?
It's horrible, isn't
Hot
it?
takes.
Properly hot
Yeah,
takes.
horrible.
Is that an 80s or 90s? Well, you're not that old, are you?
I mean, well,
Oh,
87. So that was
Yeah,
90s, mid
It
90s
was
when
in
I
the-
was like learning about hot takes as a 7-year-old.
Yeah, hot takes for me was in the 80s, mate. Oh, painful, weren't they?
They were horrible,
Really?
horrid.
Yeah, hot takes. I've had that for ages.
Because when I first got taught goalkeeping, you used to wet your gloves through,
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah,
soaking.
yeah.
And obviously, middle of winter,
Hot takes.
freezing hands, you couldn't feel them. You get back, oh, nice hot bath. Whoa, what's that?
I wait for it to bring up rabies next because that was an 80s and 90s thing, or quicksand. That was it.
I never had
No,
rabies.
never had
got
rabies.
that one, no.
No, but yeah, because that's showing that you're 10 years younger than me. But yeah, that was a massive scare.
Was it really?
Yeah, oh God, yeah. When you were a kid, everyone was scared of quicksand and rabies.
God,
Hugely.
imagine like this in 20 years' time when they're going, do you
Yeah.
remember coronavirus?
Yeah, yeah. I get scared of it.
God,
No,
it
it
was
was like
bad.
that, but everyone was proper crapping themselves.
About rabies?
Yeah, yeah. There was adverts for it and everything.
That's mad.
Still there, isn't it? But no one gives a shit now.
Well, no,
Why can't I about rabies?
get on with it. I don't, we've very much gone off path.
Because you
again.
said hot aches.
Hot
That's-
take. Yeah, that's
and I've
right.
not heard hot
That's a
takes.
very natural progression from hot takes to rabies.
I'd rather hot takes than rabies. Wouldn't you? Do you know what rabies is?
When I first had hot aches,
You must know,
I'm not
because
sure.
is your wife a
It's
vet?
where you froth at the mouth. It comes from dogs and stuff. And
Yeah,
it's a bit like Ebola, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's caused by a dog.
Yeah,
Your missus will know more about it, won't she?
not just dogs.
Yeah, but was it the adverts were?
It's like the zombie virus, isn't it?
Yeah, for dogs.
For dogs. Yeah.
Right, so reasons playing golf because you want to look different. Then yeah, you like.
Yeah, I
posing.
think it's probably a few
Yeah.
things. It was being the individual. I'll be honest, I quite liked attention. So that was a good way to get attention, whether it was good or bad. As it happened, I was quite good at it, so it was good attention most of the time. So it was all right, yeah. And I just thought, well, I could either be one of 10 or one of my own, and then the team.
Yeah, it's weird because people say about goalkeepers don't get all the credit they deserve and all this sort of stuff. But
Not if you're not very good, you don't.
yeah, but you do, don't you?
You do if you're
'Cause
good. Like,
I thought about
that sounds
that-
a really big-headed thing to say, but
But you do. It's nice. It's a really nice feeling. Probably the best feeling. One of the
Yeah.
best feelings ever.
Yeah.
But you think about other people. Oh, I want to be a goalkeeper. But I want to be a right back or a left back.
You don't grow up. Like,
Oh.
was it
Oh, of course.
Jamie Carragher
Seen
says
that, yeah.
nobody grows up wanting
Yeah,
to be going
yeah,
out.
But I think it's different now because it's a different game because you can.
Yeah,
You're
like
not right backs don't exist anymore.
No,
Like Gary
there's
Neville,
such thing as-
Gary Neville right back doesn't exist. It's like
No.
you're a winger
Yeah.
that gets back in defence.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, like a midfielder. Yeah, you can. It's not a goalkeeper is like a position now. People come up to you and go, I can't believe you made that save.
Yeah.
Don't they?
Yeah.
Or a striker score. Actually, I can't believe he scored that goal or whatever. No one comes up to a midfielder and goes, oh, I can't believe you made that tackle there.
It's a constant.
There's not much fun.
You're constantly battling against somebody as well. Like it's quite
Yeah.
personal battles that you have. Whereas when you play an outfield, you could be up against anybody. You don't really get that personal rivalry.
Yeah.
So
No, yeah, that's a good point actually. People give keepers a lot of crap, but there's actually a lot of glory in it as well, isn't there?
there is, yeah. Like I say, if you're good
It's a
at
good way of looking at it. Yeah, you've got to be good at it. Otherwise,
so you're setting yourself up for a fall if you want to be
Yeah.
a goalkeeper. But if you back yourself and you're good at it, then
Yeah.
you reap the rewards.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't
The
it?
adulation.
Yeah. It's not like we made it pro, mate. We played like
I know, wow.
Buffon and Schmeichel talking. You played for Oldbrook and I
Yeah,
coached
me.
you on a field with Ray Latin around post. With some 40 odd year old blokes. Okay, we'll go on to your goalkeeping idol, and your goalkeeping idol.
I had a few, not because he was good, like Russell Holt, not because he was good, but
No, do you know what people have said? Steve said Martin Taylor, and I was like,
yeah,
"Oh,
man, he was just before
Yeah, he was, yeah,
me. I did know him. He got injured when I was watching him. That was the end of his career. I knew he was really good, and I think then Sutton took over with the Tash, with the Porno Tash.
He's at
I
Forest
can
before
remember
that.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. at
That's
the
his
time.
shirt.
Is it?
Yeah, I'll show you in a bit.
Yeah, but yeah. So, but he wasn't stylish enough for me with the Tash, so that didn't interest me
He didn't
until
always have
Russell
a
Holt came in, and then he was a bit more fashionable. And I thought,
Yeah.
get behind that.
Was it Poom after that?
Poom after that was good. I'm never a massive fan because his shorts were too high and
Yeah,
big long lanky leg. I couldn't relate
He
to
didn't
him.
look right, did he? No, I
I couldn't
completely agree.
relate to him.
And that era of goalkeeping kits was horrendous.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
Actually, Derby's one. I didn't mind that yellow and blue.
no,
one.
but
That was
everything
quite
was
nice,
super
but-
baggy.
Yeah, it was really
And it's
baggy.
like- which was good, should be good for me.
They used
but-
to tuck it into the shorts
Yeah.
and let it sort of hang over.
Yeah, and it was all built up around it, neck
Yeah,
around
big
it.
collars, yeah.
They were horrible kits.
Yeah,
And you can't make them good, can you? So maybe you're doing him a disservice.
yeah.
Because if it untucked it, it'd have been down
Russell
here.
Holt made it look alright. I was
He did
sorry.
actually,
It was
yeah.
alright.
He did.
So it was probably my first in terms of
But do you know
when
what?
I used to want to replicate somebody being a goalkeeper. Russell Holt would have been the first one.
Because he looked good.
To start with, yeah.
Yeah.
But then obviously the more I watched him, I liked his style. And stuff. I was quite
Yeah,
big
yeah, I
on
get
styles
that.
of
Yeah.
goalkeepers. Like, you'll hate me, but I was never a fan of Schmeichel because I didn't like his style of
Yeah.
being a goalkeeper. I couldn't relate to it.
Yeah.
Because obviously I'm not big. So that was completely
Yeah,
unrelatable
yeah.
for me to be able to idolise. I knew he was good. I appreciated that it was good. But it wasn't somebody I'd rather go and watch. Shay Given to a point, but he was, again, I didn't massively like his style. Who did I like? I was more Lee Camp and
Well,
stuff
because
like that. That's
Shea
probably-
Given's not very big. But Camp was like a minute. To be fair,
Camp was not as big as he claims to be.
No. I'm still trying to get him on here, like, but he's
Definitely
definitely
not,
not
but-
6'1". I'm
No.
going to measure him if you ever get him in here.
You know what? He'll come in and he'll be crouching down to get underneath there. It'll be
You're
massive.
massive.
I can't believe it.
Because you walk on your tiptoes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But Paddy Kenny said one manager told him to do that, and he just told him to piss off. That'll be an interesting one when he does this. But yeah, Camp. I like Camp though because he was amazing.
Yeah,
at Forest.
I like Camp. He was brilliant for a good 3 seasons, where he probably could have gone to the Premiership. At
Well, it's
one
close to
point
being called up to England, and then he chose Northern
Yeah.
Ireland.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and he played for Northern Ireland. That's
yeah.
kind of when everything dipped a bit, wasn't it? Because he
Yeah,
got
well,
dropped
that
quite
was-
soon after that. It didn't play for Northern Ireland all that long,
No.
did he?
Well,
And in fact, didn't Roy Cowell end up going back?
Yeah, they
One
had.
point.
It was a Forest thing, wasn't it? When Swansea came in for him, and Forest didn't want him to go.
Swansea, yeah, that was it.
That was Premier League, and he just after that went down. But he's
Went
got
down,
back a bit now at Birmingham. He saved a penalty against.
Yeah, he
Forest,
did actually.
actually.
I saw him recently. That's
Very good on
it's not too
penalties.
bad. He was good.
Yeah,
at
he's very good on
penalties.
penalties.
Confidence thing.
Yeah. Oh, so Russell Holt then.
Yeah,
you say
if
Lee
I've
Camp?
got, I'd say Lee Camp. I related more to Lee Camp.
I get you about styles. There's some keepers I watch and like he don't dive like I like to watch.
That's it. Yeah,
And
that's
it's
exactly right. Yeah.
Who used to like diving? Who didn't like? There's a few back in the 80s. I was like, oh, he don't dive right.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Oh, what's his name?
That was like
Watford.
striker. I didn't like it. That's it. I
Oh, that was
couldn't get
Michael's
around
technique
it.
was a bit.
Yeah, it was definitely.
Technically.
He was just very, very good at keeping the ball out of the
Yeah.
goal, which
Right,
is
whichever
right
way.
down to the normal. That's what
Yeah.
your job is, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but
The core
like
of it,
a coach would have a field day.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah,
Absolutely.
but
There's no Jack Butland, is
but
it?
who cares? He's better than Jack Butland, isn't he?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
his technique might not be correct, but it stops the ball. going
It's
in.
out of it. But you look. I like Jack Butland, but his technique's out of a book. It's completely
Yeah.
everything that the FA would ever
Yeah.
want from a goalkeeper. Teaching from 6 to 20 is Jack Butland, isn't it? He's the. He would be their poster boy.
Yeah, it was. It was when we actually eventually did go to St George's Park. Did you go to that day when we got invited to buy them? 'Cause
Yeah.
They realised we'd been conned.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
I recognise that, man. We didn't finish that story about the St George's Park Phantom. They made
Yeah.
it all up, didn't he?
Yeah,
The
completely
night
made it
thing.
up.
But I recognised him. Do you know when I met him before Noel introduced me? So this is the bloke who's got what's
Well, it
doing
was
Nike.
Noel's fault, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what
He was the first
I
one who
forgot
got
to
sucked
nail
in,
Noel.
wasn't he?
Yeah, he said this is it's from Nike and St George's Park, and
Yeah.
I recognised him.
From Nike, that was what he was
Yeah,
saying. Yeah.
and I recognised him because I thought you're from Swanwick,
Mm,
and then I thought that can't be him, and it was.
was
It
it?
was yeah, he was painter and decorator.
Romas
Windy
followed him
cleaner,
home,
sorry,
didn't he?
windy
One day? I
cleaner.
remember he followed
Yeah,
him.
he said he was St George's Park wanted to do bring a small club.
And we were like a
So,
guinea pig, weren't we?
Yeah.
And they were going to end up doing it to other people. He got his story sorted, well.
He did, but he got waterlogged. Yeah, like, whatever.
It's like when you watch these
It's like-
documentaries of murderers on Netflix.
Yeah.
How meticulously. Like,
Yeah, I think you could make it. It'd be a great Netflix show, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But
I'd
then
watch
he'd,
it.
then he'd kill somebody eventually.
Do you reckon? He might, yeah, he's a really nice man.
Yeah, I said it that bit out.
Yeah, we might have to, won't we? Because that would be a good program, wouldn't it? 'Cause
It
it's
would,
like,
yeah. It would. The whole.
what is it called? Where you make up a lie on the internet and someone, is it catfish or something?
Clickbait or. Oh, catfishing is. This is a bit new age for me.
Is
It's like when you. Is that pretending to be somebody else? Yeah, pretending to be somebody else.
Yeah.
Catfishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what it is. There's a film called Catfish. I'm sure there is.
I suppose it's just the attention and stuff. Isn't it?
But
This
it's
is all on about the serial killer. That's how it starts.
Yeah. He might be a serial killer now.
Yeah.
Because he's that starved of attention that he goes and does that. That's insane, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a worrying
That's
behaviour.
how it starts.
But why would you come up with that? It's quite a good.
I don't know. I don't know. It must like
I work
it
for
can
Nike.
only have been attention, but he was so detailed.
He got
about
in,
it.
I'm only saying that we get annoyed because he got in for free a few times. It's like £3.
Yeah, man.
And it came out because it never happened, did it? Obviously,
No.
and it turned out that Noel said that he'd not known him for years.
No.
He'd only met him a month ago, but he
Oh,
thought he was
bless
that
him.
good that he needed to
Yeah.
sort of give him the bloke asked him to sort of back him
Yeah.
and say, "Oh, I've done this." I felt so. Oh, bless him.
Yeah, he was properly sucking him for that one.
Yeah. Alarm bell should have rung though, shouldn't they?
Yeah. This should have really. I think we're so blinded by free boots. Yeah.
Oh, that kit. Oh, bless. And well, okay, sorry. I wanted to finish that story because it's such a weird
It
story.
is, yeah.
Maybe
it's not finished, so Chris. That's what
Do you reckon? It's a Netflix story,
It
isn't it?
is, yeah.
Definitely,
It is.
definitely. The man who, I don't know, offered a football club loads. That's not a very good title, is it? That's not very catchy.
The Dream Maker.
The dream killer. The dream killer.
The Dream Killer.
Like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
But a bloke who did window cleaning.
Both from Swanwick.
Worked for the FA and then not.
In a Nike tracksuit.
And he had a.
He
And he
got
had
a
his own
Nike
business.
tracksuit from. That was it.
Sports directing.
You got obviously worked for Nike. You got a Nike tracksuit.
Yeah.
How else would you get one?
And Noel knows you
Yeah.
for a month. And I recognise you.
Oh,
I didn't
Jesus.
start cotton on. Awesome. Biggest influence. So your idol then, you're going to Russell Holt.
Yeah. If I've got to go for one, Russell Hawks. It was the first one.
Right, biggest influence on your career.
What's that, coaching?
Oh,
or-
you've got to be careful on that, aren't you, mate, really?
Yeah, but that you wouldn't have you influenced the end.
Yeah. No,
You polished.
I polished the turd.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were good already.
So who created the turd?
Yeah. Whose fault was it?
Yeah.
Who made you that bad? No, it's
Yeah.
so, yeah. No, when I ask this question, I sometimes say you don't have to answer it because I don't want anyone to be missed out. So someone might say, And then, oh
No,
crap, what about this person?
No, I would have said it influences to me are right at the start because you wouldn't be doing it anyway. So you've got to get hooked. Some that I would call that my influence. But like I say, in terms of who affected me,
I do mean like people, yeah.
Yeah, who affected me most or improved me most, you genuinely would be up there.
Yeah, oh, cheers, mate. I wasn't gonna. There's no pressure to say that.
No, genuinely, I learnt loads of stuff off you, and what I've been about 26 or something like that, 27. Where still at that point you think you know everything.
Yeah.
But you don't. But I would call influencers to me the very start would have been, you might know him, Mark Harvey used to play for Ilson Town.
I feel like I should know.
Matlock, Mikulova, loads of, and this is when they were the good level. So I don't know, 20 years ago. So there was good levels then, weren't they? Like Ilson Town was a good level then.
Yeah, it was.
And Mikulova and stuff like that. Yeah, he was the first person that ever coached me when I was 10, and he was, like I say, a goalkeeper, and he was quite small. But obviously played at that level where he was better than what he played at, but his height kept him back. So it.
Oh, you did tell
obviously
me about him,
saw a lot of that in me at
yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
So he used to take quite a special interest in like trying to get me as good as I could be. So that's always been my very grassroots came from him. He embedded the hard work and stuff. He definitely embedded that in me. He used to beast me at 10 years old to do 100 sit-ups with a ball. You know what I mean? That, but all good stuff that I enjoyed. I used to enjoy that. I've always enjoyed hard work when it came to goalkeeping in training.
Yeah.
Don't like hard work before a match. Hate that.
I don't know. I used to hate hard work in training and the warm. I never did a warm. I remember doing the warm
at
the
reserves. Yeah,
reserves.
very light warm.
Jesus, who was it? I think it might have been Jamie. Warm me up. I was like, mate, just calm it down a bit.
Yeah.
I'm blowing.
Yeah.
I don't want to be blowing.
I want into that before a game.
I remember you saying about that.
Get your gloves sore, get your hands warm.
Yeah,
get nice and free.
Yeah.
I don't want to be sweating when I come off it. But yeah, in terms of hard work beforehand, I used to love that. Like in a training session.
You were you were the best trainer that I've ever coached, and I said it was like heartfelt. You did, mate. You put in so much.
So
and that's when you went. I'm not really up for this.
Yeah.
There's no point.
No.
And also when they're trying to bring keepers in to replace you, because Ramos did that quite a lot, didn't he?
Tried loads of times to get rid of me.
We've got this lad in it, and they were good lads. Fred's a really nice bloke. I'm not saying this because if they didn't like them, I would say I didn't like them.
Fred there was not one.
Bloke.
I don't think there was any that I didn't
lunatic,
like.
But a dead nice.
Yeah,
I love
lovely.
Makes me happy. He still comes round and he's going to do one of these. But
he's a character.
He absolutely rips everything to bits.
If this one's long, imagine how long that one's going to be.
They're doing impressions and all sorts, aren't they?
Yeah,
he just destroys everything. He comes in and is like, mate, put them gloves back in the bag.
Like a little kid.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean it.
So excited.
Yeah, but it's dead funny. I love
he's
Dodgy.
so funny.
But like no one trained like you. And
that's I guess why I'm
always saying. I
I
remember when you got dropped in what game was it? Quite a big game, and we lost. We were 3-0 up, and we lost on 4-3. And you were dead mad because you put Fred in instead.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's no disrespect to Fred because he's a really good keeper, and when he kept his first clean sheet, I was so happy for him. I think you weren't playing, then you just I don't know because you weren't coming to sit on the bench.
Yeah.
Which is fair dues. I always said like never play Danny, and he was like, oh, I can't kick it very far.
Yeah, that was.
And I was like, and come on, we did a lot of work on that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because I can't show you because of my leg, but I said, come on, them techniques we were doing.
Yeah.
And we filmed a bit, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I had to do it from like where to put your standing foot, and you got a better kick. You were going.
Oh, that was massive. That was. Yeah. Then I also had the biggest kick in the team.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't accurate enough.
Yeah.
And there's always something. Yeah.
And it was like, I think Rob was just saying you got supporters player of the year, didn't you? Do you remember?
Yeah, I won something nearly every year, I think, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, there was an even worse one than the one you just said about the 4-3 with Fred. Yeah. We played in the Derbyshire Cup.
I think that's the one. You were pissed off.
At Chesterfield.
No.
At Chesterfield as well.
Really?
Right. So, got all my family coming down, a few mates and everything, playing at Chesterfield. I've been playing all season. And he brings in this new lad, and dropped me. So I literally I walked out of the changing room, named the team, I walked out. Vaughan knew. Vaughan tried to talk him out of doing this before the game. Says he's gonna can't do
I
that.
can't believe you went back after that.
Right, I walked out the changing room, rang up my mum and dad, rang up all my mates. Don't fucking come. Oh, swear. Don't come.
Yeah.
Because I'm not playing. Can't believe it. Not playing. And he dropped an absolute clanger, and we lost 2-1.
Really?
And I was sat on the bench watching it. Yeah, I warmed up and everything beforehand.
You warmed
I still
up that
warmed
day.
up with him as well, because I always thought it's not his fault. He's coming. It's
No,
not his
no,
fault.
no, no.
So I'll go and warm up with him. I'm here now and did it and that, but I wasn't happy. I was fuming about it, but inside I was like, that's your own fault, that is, mate. And he never. I don't.
Can you
He
remember
very
that?
rarely did it again.
He did it though.
But he did.
He
he
did.
did do it, but not to that level.
Do you know
of
what I
thing
mean?
again.
I don't
Yeah.
think it was anything. He didn't dislike you at all, did he?
I think it's
that
just
was
an
quite
old school
obvious.
mentality.
Yeah, it was
that-
like, you're small. But I remember he turned around to me and goes, I don't see a small goalkeeper with Danny anymore. Because of his person. You made him bigger than what he is. And he used to say, if you were taller, you'd have made it. And I was like, there was a good chance of that. Because your hands were really good. Your work rate was really good. Your fitness was good. And you're strong. Just because you're about 3'2",
Yeah.
you're a strong lad. I think, how tall are you? 5'7", 5'8"?
No, come, I'm not that short.
You are.
You've proper got Lee Camp syndrome. No. About I've been 5'9".
Yeah.
I
That's
used
what you
to
tell
try, I
Wikipedia.
used to try and say I was
I'm gonna
5'10".
say, I said 5'7", 5'8", and you got really upset. It's only that much difference.
Yeah, but that's because that's a big difference when you're only five. When
That's
you're
a
only,
big difference,
When you're
yeah.
only 5'9", that's a big difference. No,
Did I say 5'8"?
5'9". I am, yeah. Because I used to try and make out as 5'10", but I certainly wasn't.
5'9". It's
5'9".
quite small, isn't it?
Yeah.
anyway?
So yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Anyway. If this is like an average height, but for a goalkeeper, very small.
It's not an average height, mate.
Is it not?
Not anymore, no. God, no.
Well, not now, but no,
It's not average height. It's
32.
all right. 5'9". I'd
little,
rather...
little man syndrome.
Yeah, you have massively. Coming here, you look
This is why I'm
large.
a goalkeeper on my own. This is why I'm a front man.
That's the cup
Because
for
I'm
you.
dead small.
I know, but I would always champion you over any other goalkeeper that came in, because I don't think anyone he brought in was better than you. And Doddsy might be mad at me for that, but you were better than Doddsy, you were better than Fret. But Fret, again, they were really good keepers. Fret in his own right had ability, but he wasn't.
I think Dodge's body let him down. Or it did in the end. Like is something would go wrong.
Well,
He
it
never
was
had a
awkward.
spell.
I liked his style, but it was awkward. Do you remember that
It
story?
was solid.
Do you remember that story when he
Yeah.
let a goal in because he was talking to the crowd?
Oh, I can imagine.
He did, yeah. Someone told me that story. They went absolutely ballistic at him. Because, I don't even know chat. They were talking to someone and they
can-
scored.
It doesn't surprise me.
That would drama. That
I
would.
nearly giggled about it.
Yeah. Yeah, do that
would
Arnold
you?
Schwarzenegger impression.
Yeah. Get to the job.
Yeah.
He did that one, didn't he?
All the
Oh,
time.
nobody knows that one.
Yeah.
Nobody
he's
does
great,
that
yeah.
one.
He's so much fun, Doddsy.
Bless him.
He's so much fun.
It is.
But yeah, as goalkeepers go, and I was like, when he asked me my opinion about that game, and I said, Danny, and he went, I'm going with Fret because you can kick it further. And he's bigger, and we lost.
Yeah.
And you were dead mad, and I felt that. I was like, okay. And I think he said after the game, he goes, I'll listen to you next time.
Yeah.
I said, okay, you should have done.
I had it from every single
But
manager.
Fret,
I'd
it
ever
wasn't
been to.
even that. It wasn't Fret's fault in that game. He didn't have a bad game. But
No. But then
if
Romans
you'd
would
have
have
been
thought.
in goal, they'd have won. Not because Fret had a bad game, because I know you'd have killed it. It was 3-0, and they had a big crowd behind the goal. Can you remember it? And I lost my rag.
I sort of
And
did.
Roberts told me to sit down and shut up because I lost my rag with their supporters because they were giving Fret grief.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I do remember. Yeah, I
that
do
one?
remember this game
Yeah,
now. You,
and
yeah,
I proper
complete-
went mad at them.
It was a cup game.
Yeah, and with 3-0.
And didn't Endo bring the ball? The ball went really high in the air. This was when we was either level or down.
It went to extra time,
And for
didn't it?
some silly reason, Endo tried to bring it down out the sky. He could have let it
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Like he
yeah.
was like, leave
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ball, let it just.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
going to go out for a throw in.
Yeah.
You know, it's been cleared. Endo's tried to bring it down.
Yeah.
And it's gone straight behind him. They've gone up the other end of the field
Yeah.
and scored. I can remember.
Yeah,
it,
we
yeah.
were 3-0, and I remember Fisher scored a penalty
Hmm.
to make it 3-0. And Roberts goes, that's 400 quid in bank. I said, 400 quid? He went, yeah, for getting through this round, it's 400 quid. And I said, it's a lot of money for this club. So
Yeah.
I bet it is. You were about 15 minutes to go, and it went
I can
3-3.
absolutely remember it now. Yeah. Yeah, I was dead mad.
And they went mental to behind the goal. And
Yeah.
I remember I went up and shouted to him, and Ramos said, don't be say something to me or whatever. Because I thought, well, there's about 20 of them, but they were shouting at the goalkeeper.
Mm.
But I was from thinking, Fred didn't have a bad game, did he?
No, one
But,
particular.
but I think you'd have been, personality-wise,
Yeah.
you'd have killed that game.
Mm.
You'd have took your time.
Yeah.
You'd have, that was a good thing I told
I
you.
was.
Like,
I,
like, if you're winning, kill it.
I enjoyed.
And you used to piss
Bouncing
about, didn't
cards
you?
and
Yeah.
stuff.
But I remember you used to dick about quite a lot when you were winning.
Lee
Just
Cam.
Lee Cam. And I said
Like
to
the
you,
ball roll under your foot or
yeah,
something like
mess
that.
about. But you would have killed that game, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I used to like doing that because I used to like winding people up.
Yeah.
Loved it. That would make me better because I'd know I was doing well if somebody was like, give me some jip behind the
Yeah.
goal. Was he there at the Ilkeston game?
Yeah.
And played
Yeah,
that.
you
I
were
got
amazing,
so
weren't you?
much jip
Yeah, I know you did.
in
yeah,
that game.
Yeah.
But it was all good. Like
Yeah.
it's the type of game where you walk off afterwards and they clap you
Yeah.
and they clap you back after giving you 45
Yeah.
minutes of verbals. I love
That was one of your best games, and you lost 8-2. Was it 8-1?
There's highlights on YouTube.
Yeah. You made some cracking saves, mate.
It was some good.
Then when Steve Chettle turned to me and goes, "You've not taught him that, have you?" I was like, "What do you mean?" Because they was the size of me.
Yeah.
But because you were in that and Jordan was in the other net. Jordan Smith.
Was it?
Yeah.
I want to know that.
That's why I got bollocked at work for that, because I was like, I'm not missing this game because Glue Pro is the first sort of infancy of Glue Pro, and I was like, I can't miss that game.
That was them
Right.
yellow and
You wore
the white
them,
and yellow
and
green
Jordan
ones.
wore. I've got a picture of him somewhere. Where are they? Jordan, I think, wore them.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
come out because they were
He did.
fairly old, but I'd had a new pair of them still because he'd still
Yeah.
got some.
Yeah, Jordan wore them, and you wore the.
Yeah, I
I
remember
haven't
I
got
wore
any
them.
of them left. I can't
Classics.
find them.
I don't know. I'll have to look see which ones
Yeah,
I've
see if
got
you
because
can.
I've got loads in the attic. Think I've still got some of them.
You wore them at the City Ground.
Yeah, I
and
did. Yeah.
You won 3-1 against me.
I don't go then. I was.
I know.
I
When we say yeah,
I was
you were
still
steaming.
virtually drunk.
Yeah. I
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Can you remember that game at St George's though when Leandri played?
Oh, it was unreal.
You were really upset with me because I was like, I remember you saying that, and I thought that's not fair because you dinked me from 30 yards. Remember?
Yeah.
And I let it in, thinking I was gone wide, and it went in.
Oh yeah, I do
And you
remember that.
proper
Yeah.
like, you can't tell me anything
Yeah,
anymore.
no.
Because you let that go. I was like, it's Leandri,
Yeah.
and it's like, and now to be fair, like, yeah, I should have saved it, but wow.
I can remember him. I think I was playing right back or right mid with him, because I was playing outfield,
Yeah.
and he picked the ball up literally in the middle of the park on the centre circle, and it bounced up to his chest. He chested it before it hit the floor, hit a side volley that stayed at this level for 50 yards, pinpoint straight out to the other corner. And guy's not moved, and I just wow.
Yeah.
And again, it's back to that thing where you're thinking, well, I know Leandri was a good player, and to be fair,
Yeah,
he was quite close
Well,
to
he
me,
played
so he
for-
was
he did
fairly
play for
high
him.
up at one point. But still, a lot of
Yeah.
better players than what he was in. You know,
And
you think, wow, they must have been absolutely unreal because that was.
well, you played for Baseford not that long ago.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
And how small was he?
yeah.
My
he was
God,
small,
he was
yeah.
tiny.
Yes, I suppose he.
But
he
wow,
probably did have
as you
to be really
say,
good.
that goal he scored, which is I think that is also on YouTube. But
Yeah.
I remember you saying after the game, you and
bet you wish
Vaughan
you
gave
won.
me a stick, and you gave me a stick. You were like, I'm not listening to anything you tell me anymore. Letting goals in like that. I'm like,
Oh mate.
I wouldn't have minded if it had been through my legs like. But it is one. That's another one where you think the drumming in wherever it was. I cringe at that, and that goal. I hate that goal because that's terrible goalkeeping.
Did you
But-
even dive, or did you sort of run?
I let it
You
in.
sort of.
I
Sort of
kind
like
of walked
jogged
across.
to
I
it.
jogged across and went, well, that's gone wide.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like clapping. I thought, I said, what are you clapping for? Where's
Yeah,
the ball gone?
I
Is
can
it-
remember it.
I
yeah.
couldn't believe it went in.
Yeah.
But that's just terrible. That's like I would never, as a coach, I'd be like, you can't do that.
No.
But I learned now, never. I would never. But I was obviously I'm 38 probably when that
Always
happened.
be safe. Yeah, that's a long time. It's quite late to learn that lesson.
Isn't it? Yeah. Don't let
That
Leandro
probably
shoot from
means you've done
30
really
yards.
well, though. You've got to 38 without
And
letting
not-
one in
yeah,
like that.
Been too confident.
Yeah.
Yeah, not knowing me next.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not
Criminal.
bad, is it? But you always learn, don't you?
Yeah.
Every day's a school day,
You
mate.
do.
When Leandro's playing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
it was different gravy.
Where do we get from that then? Biggest influence in your career was to Leandro scoring past me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a big leap again.
Yeah. And Godsey and you've been up bench and getting pissed off.
Just got all bitter again.
Yeah, you have a better old goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Well, we're on the gloves anyway. We'll quickly show these off because these were the other first pair that we trained in, didn't we?
The removable spines.
Yeah. And I remember bending and going, oh, they might start cracking and getting panicky about it. It's
Yeah,
a
they
quality
didn't,
issue.
did
They did a little bit. They have done now, but these are
Well,
like
now they've
6
got-
years
they'll be-
old.
Yeah, they'll be really
And
old.
they're actually still old. They've gone yellow, which is like they've been in someone's been smoking in the house.
Yeah, been rolling back
Yeah,
with
well,
these.
these are smoking gloves.
These are my rolling gloves.
Don't smoke, kids. Yeah, but they're still all right, aren't they?
Yeah.
I like the design, and that's before we had a name as well. G2 2468 is my eBay name.
What now? Is that the reason why you had that then?
Yeah, because I
I
couldn't
thought
think
it
of a name.
meant something.
No, Gluey
Was that
does.
not the Star
Gluey
Wars?
246. No. Gluey 2468 is my eBay name. Right, Gluey's my nickname at school.
Yeah.
2468 is just because I had to put numbers in it, so I went 2468. Yeah, and someone on a page said, "Oh, Glue Pro." They said, "Can you give me a name so I can use it?" And someone was like, Glue Tech or some, I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought, "Oh, Glue Pro sounds alright."
Yeah.
So I went with that.
Stuck.
So originally, hey, you can have that. That was everyone. Why do you call you Gluey? Because it's a really boring story.
No, it's good.
It's nothing to do with goalkeeping. Why they call me Gluey?
Was it not?
Or glue sniffing, whichever one says it. No, I don't sniff glue. Never have done. It was just someone called it me. That's weird.
Very random.
Yeah, exactly. How weird's that? School. Well, school was strange, wasn't it? Kid, you're like you. Everyone's a bit weird. And
Yeah.
lad who called
there was
it.
a spell I thought I was Italian. Just spelt my name backwards and
Really?
came up with. It's almost, Daniel looked to me like it said Leonard, which was Leonardo, obviously. And then Graves backwards was something like Savage, so Savage, Leonardo Savage. So
Did you pretend you were Italian?
for about 2 weeks, I must have
How old
been
were you?
11.
Lying, you were 13, 14.
No, it was before I went to second school, big school, or
Big
whatever.
school.
So, and I'd just been allowed to write with ink pen.
Blotting paper. Did you have that?
No, that was before. We had to write pencil, and then if we could write.
No, we had
Johnny,
pencil, pen. Then we went
Then we went to
to
pen.
fountain pens.
Oh, you did have the fountain pens, but
Yeah,
no, this was
the
like
blotting
these were
paper.
like red, orangey red pens with a blue
Right.
nib. But it was
Okay.
wet.
Yeah, you are still younger than me, aren't you? We had
Yeah.
a lesson on
Yeah.
fountain pens,
Yeah, no,
blotting paper.
no.
I need to get
never
someone
a
here
blotting
who can remember rabies and
And
blotting
blotting
paper. It's all lost on the kids. Will be like, turn this off. Turn it off. Let's watch some kids open toys.
I was just
All
about
they
to say,
talked
yeah,
about-
just open loads of gloves
Yeah,
up, Chris.
tell
Just
her.
sit here, open loads of
yeah,
gloves. Yeah.
Jackson. I'm going. These are amazing.
Yeah.
5 minutes is like 2 hours.
Keep doing this with them. Look
Yeah.
how sticky they
Yeah.
are.
Should do that
They've got
somewhere.
cellophane on them
I
still.
can show all my autographs I've got. Will that impress them?
Yeah.
Will it?
Autographs now.
It's
No,
just
selfies, mate.
selfies and
selfies,
opening stuff up.
Yeah.
That I'm going to do another.
This is how old you are, right? Blotting paper, rabies, and autographs. Look at me book. I've got. Look at this. It's
I did say quicksand as well,
yeah.
which honestly,
I
mate,
don't know where that comes from.
terrifying. But when yeah, but people of my age will go, yeah, I remember quicksand was a big issue, but it
It's
wasn't.
not. Has it disappeared now? Is it?
No, but it just didn't. It was like, a quicker go through it. There was quicksand, which a lot of people died in the TV series.
Yeah, but not in
Silos,
actual real.
getting trapped in a silo. There was an advert for that.
What is a silo?
A big grain, big thing with grain in that come. I can't explain.
Combine harvester.
No, that would be very
Grain.
niche.
I don't.
It was. I don't know. You can have anything with it, really. It's just a big factory thing that you put stuff in and it sort of seeps out one end. And you
Alright.
collect it. That's a silo.
All right.
But people getting stuck in grain ones and dying. It was in a Saw one. It was in Saw. One of them was in Saw where they put them in one and they filled it up with grain then to get
I
out
can't remember
before.
they died of quicksand and so.
Quick silo. No, no, silos now. I changed it. There was dying in silos. Rabies was huge. And quicksand. And there was another one as well in the 80s. But that was AIDS.
Yeah, I was going to say that it was quite a big one.
Oh, they were fucking billboards. They
Yeah.
had billboards with like AIDS.
Yeah.
I was like, Christ almighty.
Yeah.
That was scary.
Yeah.
was scary.
Yeah, because nobody really knew what it was. Really.
No, I went to London and went to the toilet and my mum made me go home.
Don't touch the walls.
No, she said, no, I couldn't. I had to go for a poo. So she's like, oh, he's been for a poo in London.
Oh,
We went back and she
Get the
proper-
medical book
Yeah.
out.
I had
I
to
used
get
to have one of them, a medical
This
book.
is- Yeah,
Yeah.
from Reader's Digest.
You know, a massive Gret book. Mama used to go, right, so look at you, what you got,
Yeah,
what's wrong?
Yeah, we had that as well.
Flick through.
Yeah.
This is what you've got.
Yeah. Yeah, I had that. We had that. I read that. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But
All
my mum
kinds.
took me back and she made me like, that night we had a bath because she was like, oh, you've got to get it off you and shower me afterwards. Because I had a poo.
Oh, you're still here, aren't you? Must have
Yeah, I was just swam it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, what am I talking about that now?
This is that. You know,
Do you know what, mate? It's
Right,
because
wait,
I've not had my dinner.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, and I'm hungry. And that, can I have that drink?
You can have
I'm
it.
thirsty. I do
Oh,
drink
go
a
for
lot
that drink, yeah.
because of my diabetes, you see. It's always my excuse. But yeah, you can, they were spines,
There was. I used to take the spines out personally. I used to have finger saves, but you couldn't take them out obviously. And I got used to them, but then as I got older, I didn't like them.
Yeah, a lot of kids. Mine are removable for that reason. That some people like and some people don't.
But I really like the cut of them, so I used to wear them quite a lot.
They're
It was
nice.
big. Went through that stage of liking big ones.
I reckon I was going to redo them because they're my favourites. The old ones. They said they are the original ones in my eyes, based on Schmeichel's glove.
Big
You remember
hands.
that? Remember?
Correct, big hands. I can remember a black and white and red glove that he had.
Yeah, it's nothing like that, but that's what
But
based
there
on.
was
Yeah,
that
and the
colour,
white
wasn't
ones were based on the ones that we were saying, the Joe
it?
Art,
The Joe Art
Umbro
ones
ones.
from Umbro. Yeah, they were really nice. They went with his kit. That was why.
Yeah.
They must have made them for that reason, I imagine, because it was
I don't
Umbro
know.
kit.
Yeah, and
Was
I
Umbro
think one of
England.
the first neoprene ones as well,
They were the very first type of tight ones. They were like,
Yeah.
whoa, what's these?
with holes in
With
the
material on the like.
palm.
There
Yeah,
was,
neoprene.
yeah.
And there were holes in the palm. I wanted them.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
on the art, but they couldn't do it. The factory couldn't do it.
Breathable,
Yeah, whatever.
just like wet and
It's
cold.
really gets breathable hands. It's utter nonsense, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you also? To be fair, I think something like Climacool. Adidas are great, by the way. But I think I don't think there's absolutely no difference. Do you think there's
No.
no difference? Have you ever worn a glove and gone, or a top and gone, well, this is breathable?
No, but you know when you get to like Decathlon and get one of them tightened up, because I was a big Under Armour long sleeve person, but used to roll my
Yeah.
sleeves up, but have always had them.
Yeah.
If you got the cheap ones or the more expensive ones, Nike, Adidas, whatever it was,
Yeah.
you didn't stink in the Nike and Adidas ones. The other ones used to stink after
Really?
like 2 games. Yeah.
The Sonico ones. You didn't.
I used to have Sonico, it was alright.
did you?
Sonico
They
was
were
alright.
alright, weren't they?
Yeah, those were alright.
I didn't know that.
Used to go through a lot of them.
See, now I still wear them. Just as I put me like the actors, one of those what they call girdles.
Yeah, whole different reason.
Yeah, but mate, every time I have some pictures of when again I'm jumping up and even the bloody skins are riddled.
Oh.
So they're like David, and I'm
Oh,
forever
wow.
pulling the shockers down. But I'm getting better. I buy a bigger size and put it right down underneath me undershirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's embarrassing that, but I do wear them now anyway because I think they add a bit of I don't know comfort. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I liked it.
don't
I
know
was
what it is.
like the whole. I used to wear tights and full leggings,
Yeah, I used to wear
and
tights,
then
didn't you?
the whole
didn't
thing just
agree with
like
the
a feeling of
tights, mate.
tight. I just like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
compression
Yeah.
of. I don't know what it was.
No, I get that. I get the that feeling, but I don't get tights. I've worn them once when I was 11. Mum made me wear them in a cup final.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I
I
was
don't know where it
petrified
came
of someone
from. 'Cause
finding
I don't
out.
want even anybody else like because I used to copy stuff off other keepers all the time.
Then the look's not good,
But
mate.
I know, but I
Why
used to
did you do
love
that?
the feel of it.
You
was-
didn't do it at the start. When you first.
No, I didn't, but
you
that
only
would
started
be down
doing
to
it the
look.
second season when you started wearing tights, and some of your things were a bit way out there.
I used to have loads of superstitions and I grew out of them. I used to have
Yeah.
loads of superstitions. I can't remember even what they were, but like putting certain gloves on different ways and
Yeah.
different tapes. So I always had to feel right.
Yeah, I think that's yeah. I think I've got superstitions myself, big time. But with feeling right, I think that's a genuine thing with goalkeepers. You have to feel right.
I was a big believer if I looked all right,
Yeah.
that meant I felt all right. If I felt all right, you tend to play all right.
Yeah.
If something was off, if like I had some crappy socks out of the kit bag,
Yeah,
and it didn't really go with the kit,
Yeah.
I'd be well unhappy all game.
Yeah.
If like when I used to get to a game and obviously have the kits hanging up before the
Yeah.
game, I go out, warm up, come back in, put my stuff on. Ref comes in and says, "Can't wear that." Oh, are you joking? You know, like you've just seen this kit for the last 90 minutes,
yeah,
right? I'm in full purple, so
Yeah.
everything goes together. There's nothing else going with that purple. It's full purple, right? Just go and change your top, fella. Just go and change your top. I've got purple and purple on. So he's like,
got-
put the green
yeah.
one on. So a green top.
Oh no, mate.
No, I'll change the whole thing then, mate. So you'll have to wait.
Yeah,
That was a big one. That's happened a couple of times because I used to have a
Yeah.
full yellow kit.
yes, you.
and a full
Yeah. I
purple.
remember the purple.
I
one.
never won. I am not changing my top to a yellow and purple. So I had to go and change everything, all yellow. You had to kick off late because it's your fault. That kit's been up there for 30 minutes, mate.
I wouldn't. I don't think I could do that either. I'd have to feel right. But sometimes
Yeah.
I look back and think, Jesus, what am I wearing there? Because I suppose it's like fashion, isn't it?
Yeah.
Different fashions, but yeah, your tight days. Much preferred you when you wear shorts, mate. Not like much preferred you in shorts.
Yeah.
I just think that the tight thing I never got.
Yeah, and that was never about. Like I said, I didn't pick that up off anybody either. That
No,
was
you
just
didn't, did you?
something that I must have worn in training, I thought I feel really like that. Felt comfortable with it, and I just did it.
That must have been that also this season where you would like losing interest.
It was
I
towards
think
the
some of
end.
your gloves that you had from me, you were still wearing and they were knackered.
Yeah.
And I know that you
Got
wouldn't
it
do
at the
that.
end.
They were
No,
black, the black
I
ones,
hated
yeah.
that.
Then I feel, I remember you saying that you lose interest, and yeah, I remember some of the gloves you were like, mate, they're knackered.
Yeah, well, the last ones I had by the time was them green ones that I saw earlier with the green
Yeah.
palm, and then
You
I'm
had black
sure there
ones.
was a black palm
You were
and the
golden
green.
in them other day.
No, they were the full black ones.
Yeah.
Black and gold and black.
Yeah.
That was them ones. They were before that. I've got some that's almost new in my attic still. That were because I had the ones with the green palm,
Yes, I remember that.
and then at the same time you bought a green back.
No, it's neon. It's supposed to be neon, but
black.
it's green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was practically the same colour as that one, but
Yeah.
they were white, and then they had one that was that with black
Yeah.
palm.
No,
They
I
were the last
remember
ones I ever had.
They should have been yellow. They turned that green.
Oh, nice though.
Yeah, they're right.
I
Yeah,
like
they're
them.
all right gloves they were, mate. But yes, I do remember them. Yeah, you're right. You are right. I've done that many, mate. I can't remember all.
I know.
I
You
can't
did used to
remember.
bring a pair out at one point every week.
Yeah, I still do that on the web bloke. Goes, stop bloody putting gloves on.
Yeah.
I like doing it. That's why there's so many different designs.
Yeah.
Next season, though, hopefully there'll be about 7. But I just like getting new gloves
I
in.
know, it's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got 3 boxes that me just trying them on. I can't sell them anymore. I'll keep
Just sit there going,
Yeah. Oh, try them. Chuck a ball in there. Catch
Yeah.
it. Play one game and go, yeah, I
God.
love them. Oh, my next one comes. Oh, ditch them.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm a bit of a glove slag in that respect.
yeah.
I can never settle down in one glove, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not built for that, are we, goalkeepers? Right, we best crack on, aren't we, dude? Because what are we on now? It's 8:30. What time was your bedtime?
Well, kids have gone to bed now
Oh,
already. But,
Yeah, next be at FIFA as well. So we'll go.
Yeah.
We'll get through the first.
Right.
I'm not trying to rush you, but we have to
no,
talk.
but let's
crack on.
let's
mate.
actually answer the
Yeah,
question.
let's save.
That's tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't
You can.
remember loads of them. I always go back to one when I was about 12 that I tipped onto the crossbar, but it definitely wasn't my best save. It's just one I remember.
Best memories, as I say. It couldn't be that. I think.
There must be ones.
Ilkeston
that
one.
Yeah, the one across the box. Again, it's on
Yeah.
YouTube. The saves there. There's
how
one-
many views?
Oh, I don't know. I
6.
don't count. I
It's
don't
all
Google
It's all
myself.
troopy.
Yeah. No, yeah, there was one across the box. They got in, cut in from about edge of the 6-yard box, and he put it straight across the box. And I ran from the front post, obviously covering the front post first, and then followed that ball across with me and just launched myself. And he's absolutely smashed
Yeah.
it from 6 yard out, and it's hit me top hand as well. So it's not just hit my body; it's looked
Yeah.
like I've gone there. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good ones at Ulsan, to be fair.
It would have been about 15, wouldn't it, if you had been on form?
Hmm?
It would have been about 15-1. And that
Yeah,
match.
I mean, it
were
was
man of the
about
match.
8-1 or something.
Well, you were
Anyway,
man of the match at 8-1. You
Yeah.
were man of the match. I thought
it
you
was
were
a
anyway.
good. It was a good game. I enjoyed it.
It
But
was 2-1 at half time.
it was, wasn't it? Yeah. To be fair, it was only the last 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, when the legs had gone out, then.
When that was the difference there. But otherwise, we did all right in that game. To be fair.
Yeah, up till 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Just
and then
fitness.
it completely fell off a cliff then. Yeah. But it's a weird one. I can't. Yeah.
There's
that,
loads,
that
isn't
was
there?
up there, but
Yeah.
they all tend to.
But I think that I'd go with a 12-year-old one because that's stuck in your memory that long.
I always remember
So, yeah,
that one. I
yeah.
don't know why.
It won't be your best save, but
No,
Why
I just
not?
remember tipping
Yeah.
on. It's probably one of the first ones I ever tipped onto the crossbar.
Yeah.
You know, whenever you've
Yeah, yeah,
tipped something
yeah.
onto the bar or
Yeah.
a post, it feels.
it feels
For some
great.
reason,
doesn't
that feels better than tipping
Yeah.
it round the post or whatever,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah. Don't know why.
I do like the ones that you said there when you just hits you, but you've made something of it.
Yeah.
I like them as well because like, yeah, they look brilliant.
It was a bit of a training thing. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
one of them where you touch a cone back across.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It was literally that. So you sort of felt like it.
Remember that drill?
Yeah.
You were good at that. I
Tough.
filmed that, didn't I? Did you?
Was it? There was one where I
Touching
beat
posts.
Jordan's score at one point.
Yeah, I asked him about
Can't
that.
remember
the
which
other
one
day.
it was. I bet
And I think he might have mentioned you in that.
he must be high up now
Yeah.
on them. But I can remember, and you told me what it was, and I
Yeah.
got close, and I was like, "Oh
You
God,
beat
no, I'm
Jordan,
not
didn't
stopping.
you?
I'm not
But you
stopping."
didn't
I
beat
carried on.
De Vries, did you? Yeah,
No, there was somebody I didn't beat, but I beat Jordan.
Yeah, I can't remember now because I asked him about that. What the record
It was the old, yeah. There was an old keeper at the
De
time when
Vries.
Jordan was it in, and apparently he'd got
the
like
beast,
the
I think,
most.
yeah.
He was amazing. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think Jordan would have been Ilkeston then.
That was
Yeah.
that was when he'd gone back for pre-season. I think.
Yeah.
He'd gone
So it'd be
back for-
interesting to find out he's forgotten him. I think I did ask him in his interview, and he couldn't remember. But I remember you beating him, and I remember filming it.
I think
Because you can't do it if you blow it. You can't do it if you. I do it with some of the kids that I coach, and I let them keep going. But you
You've
can't.
got to do it.
You've got to do it properly. As soon as you start blowing, it's like game over.
Yeah.
But you did really well.
Yeah, it was tough. That was. It was good. That was that hard work thing, and just I've got to be.
Yeah.
That was it.
I'll be falling back. I can't breathe.
I'm done now.
If I've broke you, then I've done a good job. Because you took some breaking.
Yeah.
It broke you, didn't it? But you think as you go to, you stop, don't you? So it's going to break you.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
You've got to push past the comfort bit, or you're not gaining anything, are you?
No. But it's got to be still be clean and accurate. You
If you, you don't no point doing it sloppy.
And you can't get to the ball, then it's game over.
Yeah.
That's the highest drill one answered, mate. Best save,
Yeah,
12 or like that. Best game you've been involved in.
Weirdly, probably not ones where I've particularly made loads of saves. So you could go back to the Ulsan game in terms of one of the best I've played in, but at the same time I've 8 in, so not really. It's not influenced the game, has it? So
Not really,
it's probably ones where I can't think of a specific one, but there'll have been times where you've maybe made one really good save and it's been 1-0, and I prefer them ones, and I'd come off happier than having not had to do much and maybe just made one save, or just done everything really clean. Sometimes you don't make any saves, but you've come for 3 good crosses. Your kicks have been good. Your handling's been good.
Yeah.
Them ones give you loads of satisfaction because you think, well, you know what, actually, done everything perfectly. And that sometimes gave me more satisfaction than making loads of saves and letting a goal in or two.
Yeah.
A really clean game was a good game. I like them sort of games.
Yeah,
they felt professional.
Clean sheet, yeah. I remember you did a few of them, and I remember we used to have a bit of celebrate, didn't we? A little bit, like a bit of a high five or whatever you did, and that was always ones that I got more satisfaction.
They were the ones where you were saying earlier, you get no
no
recognition
praise
off nobody, but you know as a
Mm.
goalkeeper that were a good one. I like that.
Everything
was clean. Your decisions were right and stuff like that. Yeah, they were probably the
the hardest bit of goalkeeping.
Yeah,
and you've done that, and it's like you get that clean sheet, but no one's recognised. But still, it's a great feeling because actually I've done all them horrible bits.
Yeah,
that I think, I dread that. Just reading the game right.
Yeah,
which is harder than people think from a goalkeeping point of view. If you make a decision slightly wrong, you're just sent off, or it's a goal.
Yeah,
because getting it bang on every time is not easy.
That's a big difference between because anybody can make, to a point, anybody can make some good saves. You can stick when you see players get sent off goalkeepers, you can stick a player in and they've made a world off a free kick.
Yeah.
Anybody can jump across and make a save. It's still good. Don't make it not a good save. It's a good save. But that's the little things in between, like the crosses and the decisions and stuff like that. That's what sets you apart from being a goalkeeper or a shot stopper. Yeah. He's a good shot stopper.
You don't say that, do you?
There's no point being a goalkeeper if you're not a good shot stopper.
Exactly.
You wouldn't be one.
Well, he's good at shot stopping, but not my shots. Well,
that's brilliant.
Well done, mate.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't think it's a compliment.
No.
Personally, I don't think. I think is very good shot stopper, maybe, but it's a different. It's still
people like Casillas and De Gea are obviously brilliant shot stoppers, but they are good at everything else. As well.
You've got to be. You've got to be.
They were exceptional at shot stopping. Where, like I was saying earlier, I used to think Darlow was really good at it, and now I think he's fell off a cliff with that. He's not. He's not a good shot stopper to me now. He's not a bad goalkeeper. I still quite rate him. But like last night, they scored the volley yesterday, and I just thought he should have saved that.
Yeah.
And it was shot stopping.
But isn't that because he's not playing enough? Maybe not. Maybe
no,
not.
Because he'll still be playing for under 23s, whoever it is. Shot stopping is your basics. You're ticking over.
Well, I suppose like when you went back.
Your decisions is more when you're not playing at that level. That's when your decision making at levels go up. But your shot stopping should be the same throughout. It doesn't matter.
Well, you're doing it every day, aren't you? As well.
You're playing on the park or you're playing in front of 20,000 people. Shot stopping shouldn't change. No, your decisions should change.
Yeah. I think if you went back now, you'd take a few games to get used to, wouldn't you? But you'd still be able to make saves.
Yeah, if you're doing it day in day out and training and whatever level you're playing at, I think that it's like riding a bike. You can still ride a bike. You might not be able to jump off a ramp.
Yeah.
But you'd be all right at that still, your basics, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's good. I like that answer, mate. I do like that answer. We've done the hardest drill, haven't we? It makes a good goalkeeper. Best goalkeeper you've trained with? Have you trained with many goalkeepers? I suppose you have, haven't you? But not many. You've had, not like
Um,
it's not like it's weird because it's a bit of a pro-ants question that because they're doing it day in day
Yeah,
out with
there's
different goalkeepers.
guy when I played at Eastwood, a guy called Danny Bryant, so underrated.
I might know
He
him.
played there for years at Eastwood Town, and he was really good. Although he wasn't that good at training. Actually, he wasn't very good trainer, but he was brilliant. There was nothing really flashy about him. He was the first person who got me into pink short sleeve shirts and a headband as well at one point.
Oh, almighty.
Yeah,
Oh, you too. Well, went south, didn't it? When I wasn't turning up much.
yeah.
Yeah, you had your proper clobber on, and then you started wearing blue pink and airband and tights. What
Yeah.
happened to you, mate?
Oh, well, Cam went through that stage though, didn't he as well?
Yeah, I suppose you did.
That's it. You see, probably came from there.
She went to ballerina or something like that.
When I'd lost interest in football, I thought,
Yeah.
right, well, I'm going to make
Sorry,
something.
I got-
of it. I
I
want to
got-
look good at least.
I'm not now. I go out in style,
Yeah.
pink and tight.
Yeah,
I don't mind, mate. Though fair play. You'll be different, aren't you?
yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, he was very good. And then there was a guy, he was a coach actually, but he was still quite young. He was really small, and he was a coach for Forest Academy.
Okay.
John something. I wish I knew his name because he was brilliant, and he was amazing.
Mm.
He really could have made it. Like that was one of them where you say, "Wow,
Mm.
I thought I was good," or
Yeah,
playing at
yeah,
a decent level.
yeah.
Looking at all these Forest Academy keepers, and you think we're all pretty good. And this coach comes along, and you think, "Why are you not playing?"
Yeah, yeah.
Everything stuck, no
Mm.
matter where you put it, and it were effortless. And he was like a Shea Given, but he was even smaller. So
Right. Yeah.
it was literally that had held him back. But everything about him was spot on. And he was only coaching, but he would do the training with you as well. So
Right.
he was sort of doing it and showing you by example and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything was so sharp and technically right. But yeah, brilliant. He was technically one of the best
Yeah.
I've trained with. Like that, he impressed me, and because he was small, it was quite. I
Yeah,
could
yeah.
relate to it.
Yeah. Was he 5'9"?
He was smaller than me, I think.
Was he?
Yeah,
5'8.5"?
yeah.
Do you give it a
I'll
half?
give
So
him
your
that.
size?
Yeah. Yeah, we do when you get to
You give it
my.
that, yeah.
You take an half.
Centimetres.
Yeah.
It's 5'7"
Definitely.
and 3/4. I don't need to read about that, mate, because you shouldn't worry about it. I was going to say, like, I asked the question about does size matter in goalkeeping, and Steve Waite said he'd think it does a little bit, and I think some people like to see, I think it's a lot psychological to like to see a big person in goal, but then I sort of like pull out the sort of great small goalkeepers, and there's tons of them.
Yeah,
Isn't
I
there?
think it does matter. I couldn't have done it at
I-
5'9".
I think
It
you'd
would
have been
too small.
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
But
I think you can get away with 5'11". I think if you were 5'11" and exceptionally good,
Mm.
you could get away with it.
everything's like, yeah,
Other than that,
okay.
you certainly don't have to be 6'5".
What Adam said, if I remember rightly, is that, and I agree with this, is that if you're playing lower level football and lower league football, size does matter
Yeah, probably more
because
so.
of physicality.
Yeah,
Probably the level you were playing at, you got away with it because you were so agile and quick.
I learned
But that's why Ron was
learn ways around it. Like I say,
Yeah.
that's why when I was 15, 16 and playing against like
Mm.
Rasley, against these 30-year-olds that were
Yeah.
battering me, I learned ways around it really quick. You don't get that anymore because obviously
No.
like when you're 15, 16, you're still playing with 15, 16-year-olds. You're not allowed to mix in, you have
Mm.
smaller goals and all this and that, which is good things and bad things too. But
Yeah.
you don't get that experience of learning how to be best at what you've got. And that's what I had to do really quick by doing that,
Mm.
playing against these people that I had to make sure my size didn't matter.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'd have just got battered.
Well, I think strength wise, for your size, you're strong, but you're not.
Still
strong
not going to
enough.
knock
Yeah, you're
that
not gonna- you're
30-year-old
not
great
gonna-
massive
yeah,
bloke off
exactly,
the
yeah.
ball. So
You're
I had
not
to
gonna
figure
move.
ways around it,
Yeah.
and which I did dead quick. So
Yeah,
it does and it don't. Like I say, I think probably different levels.
Yeah.
The higher you go, the less it matters.
Yeah,
But
it does,
there
I
is
think so.
still definitely you're struggling if you're less than 5'11". I think
Mm.
just because of how big everybody else is, not because you can be able to come and get crosses, but
Well, they don't come
Did they-
across anymore.
well, yeah, they
there's
don't.
no criticism. What I've
But, yeah.
discussed is that because the ball's whipped in at that pace, and it's safer to stay.
Yeah,
When you're playing against top quality players, I think in like sort of like non-league and say League 2, League 1 maybe, you have to be big because there's a lot more balls.
Floated,
But
long
they're not
balls
the quality's not as good.
Yeah.
Without no disrespect, because it's still better than.
yeah,
what I
yeah,
could
yeah.
do.
Bit
But,
comparison
yeah,
to that.
Premier League, the keepers don't come in.
You're not going to get one of them whipped balls and
No.
some head height, are you?
Very rarely corners come in lofted anymore,
No.
or go in the box anyway.
So
front man, the amount of times it's front
Yeah.
front post.
yeah,
and stuff
so
like that.
keepers don't come in it, and it's a different skill.
Mm.
Top end goalkeeping, I think.
Yeah.
Completely different skill.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Are we going to add one person on this? Southall or Schmeichel? Are you putting
I'd like to go Schmeichel because I didn't see much of Southall nor.
See, I'm going to add. I was going to add on this because I'm going to go for Southall, Schmeichel, or Seaman. Because
I know in my head Schmeichel's better than Seaman. Seaman was the complete opposite of everything I liked as a goalkeeper in terms of he was dead wooden. Like I can only ever remember him. His legs didn't bend and stuff like that.
His hands are always like that.
Yeah.
I tried to replicate it, but
I know
can't
he was
'cause of
dead
the
good.
breaks.
There's no doubt. I mean, the save he made from Pescasolido,
Yeah.
amazing. So he obviously wasn't dead wooden, but he just
Yeah.
came across like that and he was very uncool. So to me, it was like he wasn't my kind of goalkeeper then. And Schmeichel wasn't really, but I would have said Schmeichel. He was better at keeping the ball out of goal.
Right, okay.
And Southall was a bit before me.
Yeah.
In terms
He still played when you were around.
He
but
did.
He was
I can remember
he
playing
was
for
built-
Everton
He was
and
built
stuff.
like me.
He was still getting bigger than
He was-
what he, but it was
yeah,
very
he was
much
big.
at the end then.
Bradford was his last team, I think, and he played in the Premier League, and he was massive.
Yeah.
He looked like me. So it's sort of like in gut wise, and I was like, but what a goalkeeper, mate.
Yeah, I know
Look
he
him
was.
up.
Yeah, I know he
Yeah.
was really good.
Look him up, mate. He's
Even in
worth
five-a-side stuff I've seen, which is huge in, he's still
Yeah,
like for his size, is very agile. But yeah, Schmeichel for me, I'd say.
Okay. Pickford or Pope?
Pope,
Cool.
not a big fan of Pickford.
You know,
No,
he's
which is
small.
weird, isn't it? Because he's quite an angry
Yeah.
little man.
Yeah.
But no, I find him to be on the wrong side of arrogant.
Right.
And not in control of his aggressions. Find him very erratic. Not a fan at all. Too erratic. I think he'll probably be. Well, I think he'll be better, but actually Joe Hart was very similar. And look where
Yeah,
he's ended up.
I think that would kill Joe Hart, to be fair. I
I
really
think
like Joe
Pickford's
Hart.
exactly the same.
I think he went too far in the Euros, and he got too wound up.
But look at Pickford. He can't play against
Yeah.
Liverpool.
There's a fine line. There's a fine line. They've been too wound up. I think if you get
Can't
too-
play against Newcastle. Can't
There's
get
some
wound
don't
up.
play.
Yeah, can't play against them.
I think you can't. Once I was really angry in a game because I wanted to win so much, and it worked. Once that's happened.
It can.
But
you've got to be
I've been so
control.
wound up in games before, and it wasn't controlled.
Yeah,
And
you
I
make silly
lost my head,
decisions.
yeah,
and-
and I lost my head,
yeah.
and I wasn't even concentrating on anything other than, and that didn't work. But I've done it once, and it worked. But I think when you're again at that level, you can't be that wound up.
No.
It's like a boxer, isn't it? You get a wound up boxer.
Yeah, it makes
They
you erratic, and
sometimes
that's
lose,
that's the first thing I think of when I think of Pickford. He's obviously brilliant, but very erratic. He's a bit to the point where he's now inconsistent.
Yeah.
Whereas Pope seems a bit more level-headed, younger, but he's level-headed. He's got a lot more calmness about him.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know the answer to that, to be honest. I wouldn't know. I can't answer that. Right, okay, we're on to what's your favourite film? Movies. What do you like movie-wise?
Top Gun is my favourite film ever.
What do you think of the sequel? Are you happy with it? Or
Yeah, buzzing makes it look
Happy?
exactly the same as the first one, which
What's
I'm
the
happy
first
about.
one then?
I know.
I've
Well,
got
yeah,
Kelly
but if they're
McGillis
going to
in it.
bring a second one out, then
Make it
it's a
safe.
good thing now, though, isn't it?
Yeah, God, I was on about this today.
Yeah.
I was like, have you seen
It's
her
a shame
recently?
she's not in it, but at the same time, then you see her now, you think, oh, actually, good
Yeah,
decision,
yeah.
probably a good decision. But no, because I'm a massive fan of the first one, so if it's
Right.
exactly like the first one, I'll be happy with that one.
Okay, so that's your favourite film.
It is a standalone. That's my favourite films. If I'm talking about like trilogies and stuff, probably Indiana Jones. Because I grew up
There's
watching
four of
that.
them, mate. Yeah.
I know. I
Wait.
don't know. It's not.
Thanks for that. My mate tries to convince me that it's good. I'm like, no, it's not.
No, it's watchable on a Sunday afternoon.
It's watchable if you don't have to watch it.
Yeah.
As in, like,
Sunday
put on the
afternoon,
background.
it's on the background.
Yeah.
I don't mind it though.
But the third, okay. Indiana
Don't
Jones,
read into it too much.
It's
That's-
awful.
that's
It's
the
so
problem.
bad, isn't it? The fourth one. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's not good.
Um,
Oh, it's got quicksand in there.
Yeah, see? How dangerous is
It's so
quicksand?
dangerous.
Yeah. Indiana Jones knew it was. All right, okay. We'll have a quick movie thing then. Your favourite Indiana Jones film? Be honest.
It shouldn't be, but I know that the best one is the first one because it's a happy medium.
Well,
It's both
don't,
funny
don't
and
listen
it's-
to the what you should like.
But I prefer Sean Connery, Last Crusade.
Okay.
That's the
Oh, I was
funny
going to
one.
open you were going to say Temple of Doom.
I know what that was a little bit serious. That's the one I always. That's the one I've
People-
watched the most of. By
Yeah.
the way, is Temple of Doom.
They say it's the worst one, even Spielberg.
It's
doesn't
not
like
the
it.
worst one. It's
It's
very
my favourite.
dark. Very
I
dark.
think it's the funniest though.
Do you?
Yeah, short round's hilarious.
Yeah, Short Round is funny.
And when they get them think the spikes are coming down, and Willie's trying to get.
Yeah,
she has to
that is
pull
good.
the
Yeah.
thing, and they-
When his hat comes down,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't remember what he says at the end.
We are going to
Die.
yeah, get him off of me. And then she does it again.
Yeah.
Not my fault, it's her.
Yeah.
And the bit where the kids driving the car like that. Go on. No more parachute. I don't know why I like that.
No more. Oh yeah, that is so good. Yeah.
No more parachute.
That just reminds me of him on the Goonies there when he says,
Yeah.
"Batteries don't last so long."
Well, Slick
I've been
Shoes.
saved by the pincers of hell.
Oh, that was terrible. That I love Goonies, but you think I remember them teeth.
The
you could
teeth
buy in
that
the
fire
shop.
out.
Oh,
at the
it's
top.
not happening. Is it?
Amazing.
Yeah, it's not happening.
It is in the Goonies.
Yeah, isn't it?
Well, neither is a dinghy falling out of a plane onto an.
You can do
Onto
that.
oh, you could.
You
It'd
can.
float just like that as well.
Yeah, and when you landed,
And it'd be
you'd
fine because you've got massive cushions on, don't you?
yeah, cushions of the dinghy and the snow would
Yeah.
cushion the blow,
Yeah,
falling
obviously.
about 400
It's
feet.
fine. Nothing about it.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, but it's great. I love that film. It is.
It's a
dark.
great film. There's
It's
no
funny.
right or wrong answer. If anybody had said any of those three films,
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
happy.
But I think Raiders is the weakest one of the lot. But everyone's like, oh, you can't say that because it's Raiders of the Lost Ark. But I don't even know what that's about. I've seen that film so many times, and I couldn't tell you. There's a massive section of that film that I've got.
It's just about
Huh?
hating Germans, isn't it? A lot of films are based on hating Germans.
Yeah, but about the ark, isn't it? But there's a bit where he puts a stick in the thing, and the sun
I
shines.
never understood that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what's going off there.
Yeah.
I've watched that film so many times, and I don't know what it's about.
Can I empty your toilet, man, Gary?
Yeah,
You're about to-
you shouldn't have sat there all that
I
time.
wanna
Is that
start-
where your legs
I'm
were
gonna have
going?
water infection. Yeah.
Is that why didn't you
I
say
had a
it?
Red Bull before I came.
Bit of a pit stop there. I'm having a diabetic emergency and Danny nearly wet himself. So I'm drinking tea and eating sweets.
It's all Endo and Troopers' fault.
Yeah. It's gone on a lot longer than we thought, wasn't it, mate? But,
Yeah.
and then because of Endo. And he was there for half a season, wasn't
It felt like such a long time. Probably did for him.
he? Yeah. Yeah. He was at school. My mate taught him at Repton.
Yeah. He was clever, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Proper clever.
Yeah. He knew Mr. Carrington.
Science, rocket ships and stuff.
What's he doing now then? Science and rocket ship.
Working for NASA.
Was he?
I don't know. Still going.
They're going back to the moon again, aren't they? Apparently going back.
Oh, you're not one of them.
Hmm.
I thought you were a man of science, you believed.
Do you believe in it?
What is, yeah, they went.
Go on
Oh,
then.
dear.
Convince me. Go on, why? This is right, I'm not gonna come out with the flag we're waving. But the only reason I think
I've seen stuff about why that is there, and
Yeah, I
I
know
can't
that-
tell
no.
you the reason, but I know.
No,
that
yeah, I'm not
I've
gonna
seen
say
that
that.
explained.
the only thing that bothers me now, and I don't really care if they did or not.
There's that random ladder and a bloke with a camera.
Not bothered, yeah. It's the fact that I was in the film. And me and Stanley Kubrick, right? We're like, yeah, lions off Stanley. You can do The Shining and put loads of like subliminal messages in The Shining if you want to. Right, there's more technology in my mobile phone than there was at NASA when they went to the moon. Also, why haven't we gone back? Think about everything in the 60s.
Health and safety nowadays.
Health and safety.
Very, very different to what it was.
Yeah, it's not like nipping
People
to
built a rocket ship, and if you could take off from your back garden and do it, they'd let you.
but it's not like nipping to shop without a crash helmet on. Is it?
No,
I'm sure they would have to tick some boxes on health and
they
safety.
would have, but not just health. I mean, health and
You can't.
I don't mean a bloke with a clipboard.
That's
I
a
mean to the
terrible
extreme of health and
It's not health and safety. It can't be. It's not. I refuse to say no. Because people still do crazy shit now. They let them do it.
Well, they do, but I don't. I just
Why? Come on.
can't see how they haven't.
Why can't you? Don't you think it's a bit weird that we've not been back and if we can't go back? It's not possible for another 4 years, apparently. We don't know. Why is that? Look at the technology, the advances in technology in the last 50 years.
No, it's a good argument.
There's a huge amount of advances. This is going to really irritate me in sweets.
It's a good argument. Probably
Go
the
on.
way they used to do it, Greta Thunberg or
What?
whatever her name, she'd be after them now if they did it in the old school way.
So what,
Probably burnt the hole in the ozone layer.
Why don't you copy him? Do you reckon? Okay.
The stuff that they did back in them days, they
Yeah.
probably are not allowed to do now with certain
Because health and
restrictions.
safety.
not just a bloke with a clipboard again.
Tipping
Like I'm not
rules.
saying that, yeah. But like to
I
the
don't think they're
extreme
gonna
of
fit.
that, like some of the stuff that existed then, we probably don't even make anymore because it was that bad and that dodgy.
So it was a complete fluke.
Not a fluke, but
Because it went back.
it
Didn't
was
go
of
once.
the time, I would say.
It didn't go once. How many times did they go? Quite a few times.
The one that was aborted, wasn't it?
No, they landed.
What was Apollo 13? Was that not
Yeah,
around?
yeah, Tom Hanks film.
That was just a film, though, wasn't it? Never mind.
That was a true story, wasn't it? It was true.
I know it was.
But it wasn't a true story because I don't think.
Well, they did. It wasn't a botched mission to the moon, was it?
Yeah.
I don't know if they were supposed to land or not.
When they landed, the second film of when they landed, there was the same shots in it. So
I haven't seen the second one.
it's not as good as the first. Anyway, I don't know. I'd like to. I don't know. I don't like. I hate being a conspiracy.
I'm not
theorist.
big into conspiracy.
No,
well,
I
I
used
am
to
in
be.
terms of I like to see them to laugh at them.
Yeah, but I've just said something to you then, and you can't answer it.
Well, no, not that one. No, Like, you've
That's
come
what
up with-
I
But
watched.
that's
the program.
probably because I don't know enough about that one. In fairness, you picked one
No.
that was again
I'd
way
like.
before
I'd
my
like
time.
to know. JFK then.
What do you think? When was I watching the news? Watching JFK.
Hey,
The first president I can ever remember is Clinton.
well, I can't remember JFK because he got shot in 1916.
Well, you're picking things way before me.
and me.
You probably got taught them at school and stuff.
I didn't.
I don't know enough about JFK.
Okay. Go on, next one then. Conspiracy.
Um,
Go to my sugar, get something to talk about. Last one.
9/11, big one.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen ones about
I've seen
that.
plenty about that.
What do you reckon?
I just think there's some bad people in the world that do things that, I'm quoting Batman,
They're the jokers,
that just
really.
do it for the fun, not for the fun of it, but for their own cause, and do stupid things.
Do you think
I
it
think
was
people would
terrorism?
like to, yeah, basically, yeah.
Do you think it was anything to do with Americans?
No, I don't think there were secondary bombs and bombs underneath. The only thing I have questions over is the one that went into the Pentagon or whatever.
Yes. That's what I'm
That one
saying.
is weird.
Yeah, why did the footage disappear?
No planes.
Yeah, I don't think that was a plane.
Something weird about that. I don't.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
I don't know enough about that part of it, but that one does sound weird.
Yeah. And they
And
went
that was
straight
insane.
into the petrol station that only had, and it's the most guarded building in the world,
Yeah,
and it's got no footage.
that is a bit weird. That one.
A bit weird.
But the planes, I just think some flew some planes and
Okay.
jet fuel's got to be pretty hot. And I was talking about.
Do you
it
think
the
they
other
pulled the building? That's one. Do you think they pulled the building? As in, like, did they say demolish it?
I don't, and I don't know how buildings are made, but I'm gonna guess that when you're building a big city like this, and big buildings are not going to be designed to be toppling like dominoes to knock the next one over, are they? I would imagine that whatever way they're built, if they're gonna fall, they're designed to fall on themselves,
Yeah.
so as not to take down the next building.
Mhm.
That would be my theory. I don't know. But I would guess that if you're building a big building in a city, you're going to have to be required to make sure that building's not allowed to topple onto the next one.
Okay. Yeah.
So
okay.
however it sort of collapsed, it's sort of, that is how it's designed to. If that building's in jeopardy and it's going to go down, it's going to collapse on itself. And however jet fuel, however hot that is going to melt the metal and stuff like that.
Is it?
It's about again, I've read.
Go little loves.
Go on, let's please get back onto that.
Well, I'll definitely not pour that in. But I might do. Might pour it. You didn't believe it landed on the moon.
Oh, you'll get some hits for that then.
I'm never buying your gloves again.
Yeah.
I'm Neil Armstrong's niece, don't you know?
Oh,
All right, okay. I feel like music. We'll do 5 minutes on that, and then we'll go and I'll
Yeah.
keep the rest on the future.
What favourite music?
Favourite music? Because obviously you're a singer.
Favourite ever band musician, Fleetwood Mac.
I never really listened to
More
them.
specifically, Lindsey Buckingham.
Okay, I read something about them today. There's never going to go back into Fleetwood Mac.
No, I imagine not. No,
We're a big fallout with it.
there's been a million fallouts.
Are they?
Yeah.
Been a million members, haven't they? For Fleetwood Mac.
There's been a lot of members, yeah. But that was my favourite incarnation. Is probably one that most people.
Is that from your parents
before
or
Peter Green?
is yourself finding them?
It's probably me actually. Yeah, I
Yeah.
found them myself. I've always known them. Obviously, the songs
Yeah.
was that big, but properly got into them the last 5 years probably. But yeah, absolute favourite. Yeah, Love
Wow.
them. Absolutely love them. And like I say, specifically Lindsay Buckingham.
Holiday Road.
Holiday Road is my son's favourite song, 2-year-old.
That's a
There is all the
great
words
song.
to Holiday
Really?
Road. Yeah.
Me and my mate love that. So every time when we go on holiday or camping or whatever, I'd make a little short video, and that's always a theme tune to it. I love
Yeah.
it.
There's a film, it was in a film,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
National Lampoons.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. But yeah, that was his first song he ever asked for. He ever asked
It was
for.
basically the theme tune to National Lampoons.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. But yeah, that's good.
Oh, nice one. I
and then
don't expected that.
Modern
Modern
stuff out. Varies really. I was brought up on 3 choices. I had Gloria Estefan, Meatloaf, and Wet Wet Wet. So obviously,
I laugh, mate, but I think that was in everyone's house.
very diverse.
Yeah.
So from one extreme to the other, covered a bit of
hang on,
everything, didn't it?
Was it Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine, or just Gloria Estefan?
The one I watched was I literally wore a tape out watching it. And she was so fit in it. She used to have
That was nice, wasn't
yeah, amazing. I
See,
think it was like 87 or so. It might have been after that, but it was Miami Sound Machine as well,
Yeah.
and it was in Miami. They went back to Miami. I think it was called the Homecoming Tour, and that's where I.
There was something about her, wasn't there?
She broke her back
Did she?
in a car crash.
Oh, God. Is she
She
alright?
nearly died. That was years and years.
Was it?
She's all right.
What's happened to her now, then?
She's quite famous still. Like,
Is
she's
she?
been out singing and stuff. Not
I've
all
seen
that
her
long ago.
house.
She doesn't look too bad again. Now,
Does she
actually.
not?
She's quite nice.
What was it about her, from an attractive point of view?
I think it's just a Latino thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was,
she was
She
very
was like
nice.
probably our era's J-Lo.
Yeah,
Would you say?
yeah. She was very nice. Used to like her. Wet Wet Wet. Marty Pello's voice is virtually unrivaled, or it was at that time anyway. Amazing.
Yeah.
That's from a singing point of view, but yeah, he was amazing. And then Meatloaf, just the epic type songs, really. I mean, they were comedy, really, weren't they? But they were
Yeah,
they were good.
I
They were
suppose when
good.
you're growing up listening to that, that's sort of stuff like it's easy listening, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like
So that
easy-
means
easy
now that
listening
I
rock.
now like all sorts of stuff. So when I say like I love Kings of Leon, seen them
Yeah.
4 or 5 times. Maroon 5, but that's more towards
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Gloria Estefan type of pop stuff and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah, I've seen them.
that. Love Prince, but obviously that's not modern. But if I was Desert Island 3,
Yeah, I'll do that.
Prince, Fleetwood Mac, and if I'm taking Prince and Fleetwood Mac, probably Wet 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 for the singing,
Cool.
because that covers everything that I like.
Yeah. I wouldn't pick any of them.
Different
Right?
types of
But
mood.
I'd probably have to put something slightly more diverse in there, just to sort of, because of my moods. Do I feel heavy rock or do I feel country rock?
Fleetwood Mac can do quite fairly heavy-ish. There's some that you probably, if you don't like them, you won't know some of
I've
the.
tried listening to them actually.
You won't
I
know some
just
of the
can't
album
get-
stuff that's a
It's
bit
never
more
really.
rocky.
I've never been exposed to them.
No.
I know they've been everywhere, but so mine was like with my dad. He had our record collection was probably worse. Well, I think it's brilliant, but completely different to yours. It was the Beatles' White Album, which I'd never listened to. Roy Orbison, which is still one of my favourite. I
Yeah.
love Roy Orbison. Demis Roussos, which I still like.
Don't know who that is.
You know, mate, look at his Greek singer.
Okay.
Did Forever and Ever. That one. You might have heard of that one. You're not, because you're younger than me. Anyway, look it up. Vocally, it's great. They had the Grease album.
Yeah, my dad had White
Soundtrack.
Album and Grease soundtrack on
Yeah.
vinyls. Yeah.
What else was there?
Bee Gees,
No,
Staying Alive one.
no, didn't have that. And we also had we had that Gloria Estefan and Whitney Houston.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a great album. And what other album did I used to play all the time? Adamant.
Oh, Mum loved Adamant. Yeah.
That was my first single. Stand and Deliver. I had to share it with my brother.
Stand and Deliver. Yeah.
Great single that was.
They had a couple of good, decent songs. To be fair.
Yeah, you listened to their album loads because you didn't have much of a choice, did you? Really? But yeah, it was good fun. Right, cheers for that, mate. That was really good. It was like 2 hours. That's an epic.
It was
Yeah,
a longer.
you nearly pissed yourself. I nearly went into a diabetic coma,
Yeah.
all for the art of talking about rabies.
And we made Endo famous.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be
Are we not?
googling who Endo is.
Yeah, who's Endo? Who's Endo? He looks like Evander Holyfield, but a lot younger.
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked out like Evander Holyfield. Obviously, Riggy looked like Alistair Cook, I thought.
And his fit mum and sister.
Who do they look like?
Like Riggy.
Yeah.
With long hair.
So you ain't changing with Riggy like
Honestly, though, if you put a wig on Riggy, it'd be alright.
Oh, I'm like, you're really comfortable in your relationship, aren't you? Put a wig on, Riggy, it'd be alright.
Yeah.
You know, I can't argue with that. I don't think I can.
Bit of a pretty boy, wasn't
Yeah, but he looked like Alistair Cook, didn't he? A little
he?
bit.
He did, yeah.
There's that one then. Who else looked like? I'm trying to think of the others. So there was some more. I didn't realise you looked like David Tennant.
Yeah, I've had
Till
that
I've seen
before.
that. Have you had that before?
Certainly back in the day, I did, yeah.
No, I never said that who David Tennant was really. Until I've watched a lot of programmes with him in. But I looked
Literally,
at him.
when he was Doctor Who, I used to get it a lot.
Did you?
But I suppose that's because I've
You could
it
go
was on telly all
as
the
a
time.
cosplay. You're not big enough, though. Get your bigger shoes, mate. You could go as cosplay. You do well.
David
Do you like
Tennant.
geeky stuff?
Yeah, I like. I used
Yeah, why
to,
don't you do it?
I always used to love fancy dress. So I
Well,
used to,
you should, mate.
love it.
That's a fucking nail on for you.
I
Isn't
used
it?
to love it.
Who else was it then? There was quite a few that I thought they looked like them, they do. But I can't remember who it was.
Kelly says it about me, about whoever she fancies at the time. Could be
What?
anybody, and she'll just say, "You look just like them." Tries to convince herself.
That's fantasising.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she said you look like Denzel Washington. So, hang on a sec.
Yeah, just saying.
Yeah, of course. I'm a 6-year-old black man.
Yeah.
Exactly like Denzel Washington did. What was that in that? Oh, Game Night. Have you seen that film?
No,
Yes.
Training Day is a good one. That's the best.
Yeah. The Game Night's not about a minute, but it's about someone that talks about Denzel Washington. It's a good film, that, mate. You should watch that. Cool. Right, I'm going to be at FIFA then now. And I'm trying to think of other lookalikes in the team and the fact that you would do Riggy with a wig on.
When I'm a stag do, I got dressed as Madonna.
Did you?
Yeah, it's quite.
So they're quite
I looked
arousing.
alright. No,
Did you?
I hated it, by the way. I
Did you?
thought I would be alright with it. You know what I'm like, and
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
else does. Thought I'd be, I'll pull that off absolutely fine. No, I
Yeah.
hated every second of it.
What, because
Just being
You
dressed
were
like a
right.
woman.
you like it?
No.
I don't
I
think
thought
I'd
I'd be
like
fine
it.
with it as well, you know.
Yeah, I thought you'd embrace it.
No. I
Like,
hate
the
it.
way he's sitting now, the
Yeah.
legs crossed.
Yeah, well, I've noticed you can't see that from
No,
down
he can't. He's got his legs crossed like a woman. Well, I can't do that because, you know, I've got bow legs, mate. And I've got bad hips. That's the reason why.
That's diving on concrete.
It is, mate, yeah. But no, how do you do that as a bloke, seriously?
I've always found that they're comfortable.
What about you, little Danny?
Well, it's not little, it goes right the way under, so it's fine.
You keep your back your legs warm?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not without that problem.
I can't do it, mate. Maybe that's why the reason
That
why
must
I can't
be
do
it.
it. Like Michael Gathers. Anyway, let's go and beat FIFA, mate. We're going to have to...
Power, but no placement.
Yeah, a little wild in his tech, good vision.
This might be it. So, save that.
Well, that is sheer instinct. His reflexes there were incredible.
Corner's taken. That's a decent header, but not quite good enough.
Well, they've got to get tighter to him because he is a really good header of the ball. He showed it there.
Defender has to move quickly. Maybe just missed, kicked it. He can put them in front. It's a goal which really defines the way this team is playing.
Well, look at them there. They're absolutely delighted.
Going for goal! Wonderful save. Had to really reach out for that. Here's Watson. Keeping the ball, trying to steer it through. That's a wonderful chip into the back of the net. Shreds it through. In the clear in front of goal. Got to it and made the save comfortably.
Yeah, he would have got some stick if that had found the net.
That's a clever pass. Very very close to the target. Perhaps could have done better.
Yeah, an unusual choice, I think, just to try and get power behind it.